Hello and welcome everybody, it's your boy Logic and we're here with BattleMania Season 4 Week 3. We're going to be going into the semi-finals here for a best of 3 between Riffle Shuffle and Pugnabon. He's got a O instead of an A in there, but that's okay. Pugnabon sounds better anyway. How are we all doing? So how are we doing, Benji? How are we doing, CJ? Hope we're all doing very well today. So starting here on the first map, it is going to be Summer Song, and for those that don't know what BattleMania is, we do 4 weeks per season. This will be the third or fourth week, where you come through and you try to attain points the further you go through the competition. And over the 4 weeks, you add up those points you get. The more points you get, the more you go through, as I just said. And then once you add all those up, the top 8 players go through into the final and play for very, very nice prizes. So Riffle Shuffle will be going up against Pugnabon here. Pugnabon is from XMT. Not too sure where Riffle Shuffle plays from, actually. Maybe just himself. Not too sure. We'll be having Dowie, though, up against the Lizardmen. So here we are going to be having units. So let's just change this. Sorry, I had all of this on. So that should be fine. No, we don't want that one. Yeah, that was fun. Alright, so here we're going to have some Thunderers in the front line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Thunderers. We're also going to have 5 units of Rangers with the great weapons. Very nice. So lots of armor piercing here in the back line. So for the front, we will be having some Dwarf Warriors, mixing with some Longbeards. Lots of Longbeards. Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, as well as some more Longbeards and some Dwarf Warriors. We'll be having the Rune Lord. We'll also be having the cannon here in the back. Rune Lord will be having his nice slow. So very interesting. This is quite a good build here from Pugnabon. Also here we are going to have some red-crested skinks, the Saurus Warriors, more red-crested skinks, the Skink Priest of Beast, we would have that transmutation of Godon, the Amber Spear as well, the Saurus Warriors with shields, we'll take 2 units of those, as well as the Skink Cohort Javelins in the back. We have Saurus Warriors with shields, some more red-crested skinks, and it looks like the Cohort of Sotek. In the back here, we are going to be having Tic-Tac-Toe and the double Chameleon Skinks. We're also going to be having 2 more of the Pterodon Riders. Very good there with their rock drops, although I don't think there's going to be enough today to stop this ginormous build. Now, the only one thing I can see here is a bit of a problem, as we can see here with the Dwarf Warriors. It's just going to be one line, only one line in general that it's going to be able to stop. How are we doing, Biblington? How are we doing, Lunacy? Lunacy! Oh, it's so shame to not see you play today, buddy. I saw you were signed up. I tried to get hold of you, but unfortunately I couldn't get you in. But good evening indeed, sir. I hope you're doing well. Biblington, how are we, buddy? And, oh, do I? I do apologise. I'm just excited to cast, to be fair. I'm super excited here to get into it, man. I'm just super excited. I'm actually really tired, and I've got a 16-hour day shift coming up tomorrow. So, you know, not really that excited for that. But I really do enjoy doing this. So maybe I just hyped. Just hyped today. Just hyped. Also, this is my OG tournament. This is my original tournament. This is my very first tournament I ever did, which is BattleMania. There's always a bit of hype here behind this one. This is the tournament, you know. It should be really interesting. So I've got the wrong camera mod on. Apparently I can change it here in options. Maybe on cameras or something like this. No. No, it doesn't look like I can. It doesn't matter. We'll sort that out afterwards. Looks like they're ready. Fantastic. Let's get going. So they're both going to go forward here. Looks pretty interesting. This is a pretty wide force to deal with the Dowie. Now the question is going to be, yes, there's going to be a pretty thin front line here, but it is Longbeards. They do have 48 minute defense, 100 armor, and is this range going to be able to support them enough? Is the question. And the likelihood is, yeah, more than likely. By the way, Logic, you good heard that you've been not in the best mood. I don't really understand what you're saying there. So you're saying you've heard I'm not in a good mood? I don't know why you've heard I'm not in a good mood. I'm in a very good mood today. Very good mood indeed. Couple of raw disputes to sort out, but apart from that, nothing too much. Lots of admin, but all good otherwise. Mostly here we are going to be approaching this lovely pocket. Now, what you have to do is you have to take your time here as the dinos. You don't want to be hitting this front line without having the flanks being hit as well. You need to be wrapping around fully. You need to get your skinky boys in the back. There is going to be no slayers here, but obviously we have enough armor piercing to do the job. In the back, we are going to be having the... I completely forgot. There's going to be Tic-Tac-Toe here today, who is going to be the Lord. He will be having Master of the Skies, that only recharges if he's flying. And he'll also be having his Drop Sphere. So shots coming down to the front line here, up against the Source Warriors. A bit of an interesting position here from Pokemon. We can see there's a bit of an uphill sort of line going here. That's not going to be giving the best advantage here for range on the Thunderers. But in the back here, we are now going to be just piling down the gunfire here. I've realised I don't actually have their unit bars on, my bad. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to be shooting here in the back. Yeah, they do have 40% missile resistance for sure, but the throwing axes here are just going to decimate the Saurus Warriors. They are just so good, those great weapon throwing axes. They're really, really nice. As you can see in the front here, just really helping the Longbeards. Saurus Warriors will win eventually, but it takes an absolute age. But as you can see here, it's going to be winning pretty comfortably with that assistance over the top. Really nice. It actually does look like throwing those axes is actually going to be winding the Rangers. That's quite interesting. I didn't know it had that much of an adverse effect on range as it did on their vigor. So coming through this pocket, nice and thin here. That line should be able to pop through and get into the back line Rangers. Should be able to tilt here. Looks like it might get caught. And if it's not micro correct there, it might end up engaging. Looks like it is going to push through, and we won't be able to get in the back here on top of these Ranger ranged weapons. As we can see here, throwing axes going in the sky up against the Pterodon Riders, and that is certainly going to hurt those Riders. In the back, we do actually have some red-crested skinks. Looks like they have pushed off Lord Mazdamundi. We've already lost the Pterodon Riders as well. There is going to be a Manticore summon here on the battlefield. There we go, Manticore summon on the left, and it's going to be coming in and getting involved. Shucking in his Thunderers in the back, we do have the Rune Lord. I don't quite know where that first Rune of Wrath and Ruin went down. I didn't see that. So we've lost the cannon as well. Fork Sentinels are going to be fighting up against the Rangers with the great weapons. The nice thing about them is they do have good armor-piercing weapon strength, but of course when they're poisoned, they're going to lose a lot of that as well. Lots of shots here coming into the back line up against the red-crested skinks. And one thing you can see here, there's going to be lots of poison on this dino army. Now, poison is going to be changing here coming into the new DLC, and there's going to be lots of changes indeed. But we'll talk on that a little bit later on here as we do get into the further of this battle. So shots coming down here, poison javelins going straight into the Rangers. And this is a very, very good backline. And it looks like it is going to be Darby favoured here just for now, but they have managed to pop into that very nice cookie jar here, and they are going to be shutting down all this backline range. A lot of the ammunition has been utilised. We do actually have the Chameleon Skinks in the back that are still going to be shooting relatively heavily, but it's not over yet. It's certainly not over yet. So we have the Manticore here fighting up against the Rune Lord. Also have Javelins going up against him as well. We've also broken the Rangers with the great weapons in the back. Very nice here from the Chameleon Skinks. They're going to be assisted quite nicely. Very Manticore could do some good work against the Rune Lord. He does have a 40 melee defense. 120 armor as well, which can be quite difficult to punch through. But big hits there. A Pokemon is going to fall out. Okay. What made you hear that I haven't been in a good mood today, buddy? Alright, so for a Riffle Shuffle, 190 here for Tic-Tac-Toe. Oh, I do beg your pardon. Pokemon had the Dawi. I thought it was Riffle Shuffle. 190 here for Tic-Tac-Toe. 120 for the Skink Priest. Not too sure why. I mean, he lost a lot of the range there in the back, but I don't know. Yeah, looking at this, maybe it was a bit of a dire situation. He still had some units online. I'm very surprised that I mean, I guess he had no mobility, maybe. But yeah, very good stuff. 650, 300, 508 here for the Cold One Riders. 650, 520 here for the Chameleon Skinks. Javelins here in the back, 180 and 160. 950 for the cohort of Sotek. 450, 400, 280, 470 for the Saurus Warriors. 800, 540, 320, and 510 here for the Red-Crested Skinks. And that's what Red-Crested Skinks can really do to you. They can well and truly overwhelm you if you don't have blasting charges. So you can see here, 250, 320, Longbeards as well will be coming in with 550, 450, 450, and 580, with 526 here for the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. 666, 412, 340 and 850 for the Rangers with the great weapons. Very nice. With 340, 100 and 215 here from the Thunderers. As well as 460, 160, and kind of getting 222. Now I think the Thunderers here needed to focus down the Pterodon Riders and the Cavalry, and you need to just have the throwing axes really aiding with that front line. Yeah, maybe Opponent Bun thought he'd lost it, but I thought there was certainly some ways back in. Tic-tac-toe OP, please nerf. How are we doing, Ranklin File? Who won? We actually had Riffle Shuffle won. So Riffle Shuffle will be going 1-0 here in the lead. So of course here we talked about Poison coming forward here for the new DLC and how it's going to be changing. It's going to be changing quite drastically. So I don't know if you guys have seen some of the stuff that is going to be coming out. Our other guys have done unit testing. They talked about Poison. They talked about all sorts of things here coming forward in the DLC. Now that nerf is going to be quite huge for quite a number of factions as well. Because obviously a lot of factions do depend on Poison. And if you can take Poison in general, you generally take it in this current meta. Now we are going to be seeing some changes here going forward. And there's going to be some nerfs to certain factions just due to the changes here in Poison. It is really that effective here on the current meta. So we need to go through to map 2 here. Map 2 is going to be Astalian Tomb. Let's pop through there to that. Alright, so Astalian Tomb here. Perfect. Don't know what people are thinking and saying, and I kind of agree. Well, I don't know if it's better. I don't know if it's good now, but the Archozotek is better. But Poison, of course, here Poison has that negative 24% speed, and then negative 20% for everything else, and that's going to be changing down to 15% currently for everything. So that'd be speed, and that'll be armor piercing, base weapon damage. It's all going to get a bit of a nerf here. So for most of it, it's going to be going down by 25%, and a little bit more here for speed. So it's going to be some good changes, I think, in the way of Poison. But thinking about pick and ban, checking builds, no problem, dude. Take your time. So yeah, it should be interesting here going forward how that's going to affect certain factions such as Bretonia, especially things like Lizardmen. Certainly going to have an adverse effect. And especially also that speed debuff as well is going to be nowhere near as great. So you're going to have cavalry that normally... Have you also seen the Chariot Beastmen bug? I assume you're referring to the new chariots, and you'd have to be a little bit more specific on which bug. There's quite a few, mate. Alright, so let's have a look here, see what's going into the next round. It does look like it is going to be Takoyaki up against Dr. Jellyfish. The winner there will be playing up against Zombie Quest. So I don't know Zombie Quest. I haven't really seen Zombie Quest too much, but Takoyaki is a good player. Looks like he did beat Grombrindle. Dr. Jellyfish beat 4 Poland. So Zombie Quest did beat Ubus here from DBD. He also beat RTK Slayer and Dilatron to make it through to the semi-final. So he'll be playing the winner here, well, if he wins, he'll be playing the winner here between Riffle Shuffle and Pugnabon. Yeah, there's lots of cool things coming forward in the DLC. Lots of changes to different factions. All sorts of elements are changing as well. Let's go Riffle Shuffle. Lunacy, is Riffle Shuffle part of VM? Or is he just a friend of yours? Or actually, I'm not sure. Are you part of VM? I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure where you lie your allegiance. But we have a Riffle Shuffle fan here, and Riffle Shuffle is a very, very good player, for sure. As is Mr. Pugnabon. Pugnabon. Actually, probably should change that name, but yes. No, we are not VM. Oh, okay. Do you have a clan, or you just play for yourself? Because I've never been sure, to be fair. I thought maybe you guys were RTK or VM, but I was never sure. Yeah, you know, and I think a lot of people, you know, you don't have to be part of a clan to play Warhammer at all. Just being nosy, I guess. Okay. This should be pretty interesting. Now, obviously, there's going to be changes here to Soul Stealer coming forward in the new DLC as well. Soul Stealer has certainly been buffed, and therefore buffing Malekith, buffing Marathi, buffing all sorts of things here as well. So there's going to be some big changes going forward, and Dark Elves certainly going to have some nice additions to their roster. And being there's going to be some changes in poison, because they don't have a tremendous amount of access to poison. But being poison is being nerfed, means those factions that don't have poison will just get a little bit of a buff. Just a little bit of a buff. Not much, but, you know, a little bit in general. And being that a couple of the spells are going to be changing, yeah, it's quite nice. It's going to be a pretty small map here. We do have a Stylian Tomb. I think we're more likely going to see probably Volkmar the Grim. We'll probably see maybe a Firecaster might be quite interesting. Should be interesting to see what might be selected here. But how did we get on, everybody? How did you get on, Billington? I saw that you were playing today. You played here up against... Where were you? Or did you drop out today? I'm pretty sure I saw... Oh, you played up against Pugnabon. Ah, you played Mr. Pugnabon round 1. How was it against Pugnabon? How was he? Was he good? I've never actually played Pugnabon before. Oh, no problem, dude. Alright, so, looks like Riffle Shuffle is ready. I think things like Shades are quite nice in this matchup. Lots of armor piercing. Very good at dealing with elite infantry front lines. Very good at dealing with cavalry. Very good at dealing with Volkmar the Grim. Dark Shards will do pretty well as well, so you can also bring in some Dark Shards. But I think sometimes having that Stalk can be quite nice. Obviously, they have extra armor piercing as well. They are very strong indeed. But I think Dark Shard Shields will do just as fine. Maybe the Bolt Fiends might be quite nice here in this matchup. It's one of the few matchups I actually quite like them in. With the extra range as well, you know, going from that one, I think it's 120 to 145. Shielded as well, coming in with those silver shields can really help protect them against that frontline range. So if they are going in a range combat there, they can protect themselves just a little bit. I think the front line here, you're just going to go nice, wide, cheap. You're going to be having quite a few units of Dread Spears, quite a few units of Bleak Swords, probably Marathi. Maybe double Manticore. Try and see if you can snipe out Volkmar the Grim at some point. Might see some Reaper bolt throwers. Maybe. I'm not sure. Didn't have my head in the game and didn't notice. It was grenade launcher shooting me and not Pistoliers. Oh, sorry to hear that, bro. Sorry to hear that you've been having a headache. Yeah, it gets like that sometimes, man. You know, sometimes, you know, just got to look at, you know, just got to make sure you're hydrated, make sure you're getting your vitamins in, your minerals. Just got to, you know, especially when you're playing at, or you want to play at your best level, you just got to make sure that your hydration, your nutrition is at the top state, and that your rest. They're the three things, right? You need to sleep well, eat well, drink well. You do all those three things, and you give yourself the best opportunity here in the esports community to perform at your best. Right, and then obviously on top of that's the extras, right? That's obviously on top of good practice, etc. But yeah, there are three things that I think everybody should invest into. And that's kind of what I do as my job, right? So from a sports nutritionist and gym perspective. CJ, you know exactly why you were put in timeout. Okay, don't try it. Yeah, no worries, Pug the Bomb, buddy. You take your time. You take your time. Yeah, so I think for you guys as well, for anybody that does want to play in some of like the the big tournaments, CCLs, you've got these massively long tournaments. This is a bit of the shorter one. I make this one a bit shorter on purpose. Obviously, do best of ones in the beginning to keep it nice and short for you guys. That normally takes about an hour. So as you can see here, start at 7:15. Takes about an hour and 15 minutes to get through that. We're normally the best of threes there. We probably wouldn't have started to about 8:30. And then obviously you got best of 3 semi-finals and then best of 5 finals. So we're probably not going to be wrapping this up here tonight until maybe, probably something like 10:30. So I think initially, making sure your nutrition is there, making sure that you've rested well, because there's a really long duration of time with short breaks in the middle where you have to maintain that energy level, that focus, to make sure that you are playing at your absolute best. Yeah, I struggle with playing consistently as I have to deal with health issues. Yeah, it's not a problem, buddy. That's not a problem at all. Of course, if there's anything I can help with as a medical professional, please let me know. I'll be always happy for you to drop me a message if you'd like to have a chat about it. How are we doing, the Mihawk? How are you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well today. So I'm going to go into game 2 here. It's going to be 1-0 to Riffle Shuffle. And we're going to be playing up against Pug Nabon. Now, I haven't changed my camera, I've just realised, but that's okay. We'll play here with the debugged camera. The casting's not going to be as great, but, it means we don't have to wait too long here. So, here we go. So, for the Empire, we are going to have some Outrider grenade launchers. Looks like 1, 2, I think just 2 units of Outrider grenade launchers. Outriders, very good there, lots of armor piercing. Looks like 3 units of those in general. Knights of the Blazing Sun here as well. Looks like 2 units of those bad boys, as well as the Silver Bullet Handgunners. Sigma Suns, Swordsmen here in the front line as well. Lots and lots of Swordsmen and Spearmen. And in the sky we are going to have Balthasar Gelt. Really going on the XMT vibes here. And we're of course going to be having some great cannons. Now where's he going to go? There he is. Balthasar Gelt here, if I can get hold of him. He is going to be having the Arcane Conduit, Fire and Transportation, and Searing Doom. And it looks like here he's going to be the only caster. So 2 great cannons, 2 spears to protect them. Some very nice cavalry here for the Knights of the Blazing Sun. In the front, Dark Rider Shields. Looks like 3 units of those bad boys. Dark Rider's Reaper crossbows. Very good there with the 92 speed. They don't have 360-degree shooting, and they cannot fire whilst moving. So something there to take into consideration. Good armor piercing though. Very good indeed. They're pretty much going to be dark, but pretty much just dark shards that have 92 speed. Pretty much. So what do you think about it? Yeah, pretty good there in the front. And yeah. So Dread Spears here in the front, 1, 2, 3 units. We'll also be having the Scourge Runner Chariots, which I think are some of the best items here you can get from the Dark Elves. In the back we'll be having the more elite Blackout Corsairs, anti-infantry good armor, and the Cold War Knights with the anti-large armor piercing shot cavalry with the Witch Elves here in the back. These lovely, I beg your pardon. These lovely ladies here in the back will be having, they're going to be having the Madness of Cain, Frenzy, and the Physical Resistance. So we're going to have 2 units of the cavalry coming forward here, the anti-large, the Colbon Spear Riders. How are we doing, Parker Ritter? How are we doing well, buddy? So going to be shooting down the front line here up against the Colbon Riders. Lots of Outrider cavalry here, going to be really ripping apart these very, very good cavalry. So we are going to be surrounding using the Dark Riders up against the Knights of the Blazing Sun. I'm going to start up against the Outrider Grenade Launchers, apologies. Looks like they're just about going to get away with it. Sigma Suns are going to come down to intercept, but I don't think there's anywhere for them to run. I need to get these Knights of the Blazing Sun downhill charging. They need to get in. They need to protect these Outriders. Outriders are pretty much gone already, so unfortunately there's going to be a loss from the beginning. Outrider Grenade Launchers, though, could really do with dealing with this infantry. As we can see here in the back, we have some Outriders shooting straight into the backside here of the Cold War Knights. They do have bronze shields, but unfortunately here, facing in the wrong direction means they're going to take the full punch there of those blows. Looks like we have Knights of the Blazing Sun. And Swordsmen here fighting up against the Dread Spears in the front. Looks like they have broken the Scourge Runner Chariots. Excellent work there from Pug Nabon. Good armor-piercing arrows here coming from the Dark Riders Reaper crossbows. Flanking in the back, though, is going to be the really nice Dark Rider shields. Now, you just need to be able to push forward your Spearmen here, so they are going to retreat. Cannon fire is going to be coming here up against the Dark Riders. It looks like we have Outriders and Grenade Launchers here firing into the back up against the Black Ark Corsairs, but they have been charged here down by the Dark Rider shields. It looks like this is going to be a final transmutation coming down here. Brilliant stuff. I actually didn't catch who the Lord here was. Oh, the Lord is going to be Malekith on a cold one. So Malekith is going to have Gaze of Malice, Soul Stealer, and Murderous Prowess. So Murderous Prowess is about to go there, so 446 kills, 462 needed, and they'll obviously be getting all of these stats. So the stats are going to come in now, and this is where you see that very big war-like stat going off here for these boys and their and girls indeed. They're going to be now starting to rip open the back line. Black Hawk Corsair is going to be fighting up against Spearmen. The anti-infantry should be able to do some good work here. But it looks like here the cannons are going to turn and try and burn. So they're going to be running away actually rather than shooting. I think running away here is not the best idea. You really can't run. You've got 20 speed. The Serum Doom in the front here, going down on the Dread Spears and on the Black Hawk Corsairs as well. So I'm going to get some shots from the Outriders here in the middle. And it looks like the Grenade Launchers are coming in as well. Grenade Launchers should make absolute mincemeat here, these Black Hawk Corsairs. And also the Witch Elves. If you get some around the back here, the Grenade Launchers need to flip around the back and shut down these Witch Elves. Shutting down those will actually be a lot of balance of power. They're very expensive. And obviously just losing models there is just really going to hurt on those stats. Outrider Grenade Launchers, as we can see here, are going to be very tightly packed in some sort of weird formation. So a lot of units at the front are going to get shot, but not so many at the back. They're just going to be charging the back here up against the Silver Bullets. No protection here for them. Balthazar Gale can try his best, but he kind of doesn't want to get involved here. And the reason he doesn't want to get involved is the fact that if he gets caught in that melee combat, he'll go down super quickly. He is just incredible blast cannon. 50 armor with 38 melee defense. It's just not good. So here in the pocket, we are going to have the Cold One Knights. They have Rampage coming here into the pocket. We are going to be losing that Great Cannons and Spearmen, but we do have some Swordsmen coming to intercept the Dread Spears. In the back, Outriders are going to be shooting here up against the Dark Rider Skirmish Cavalry. And I don't think these Dark Rider shields have decided where to go. Balance of power is going to go into the Dark Elf favor. Another final transportation with a Gaze of Malice here coming down on the Swordsman. It looks like we have lost some Spearmen, and we do have the Outriders here trying to shoot up against the Black Ark Corsairs. But over here in the middle, this is where the core is going to be won on this left-hand side. Looks like here we have the Black Ark Corsairs and the Dread Spears. And it looks like the Cold Knights have pushed through as well. 3 units of range, including 1 Scourge Chariot on 400 HP left, is just going to be shooting his anti-large shots here into Balthazar Gelt. And yeah, Serum Doom in the front, but it looks like the Serum Doom actually catches a lot of the Sigma Suns. That's really unfortunate. I don't know if there's enough left here, so it looks like we have some Outriders that could pepper in the back here. They are going to be doing that. They are going to shoot here up against the Black Ark Corsairs. Silver Bullets are back online. We have lost the Great Cannon crew. They are going to get chased off by the Scourge Runner Chariot. In the back, though, the Dark Rider Shields. They can certainly clean that crew here with that 92 speed. They can push all sorts of units off. We only have 84 here for the Outriders, so they'll catch them very, very quickly, and this will be GG's in no time. Over here, though, down on the floor, looks like here we are going to have the Knights of the Blazing Sun fighting up against the nice Black Ark Corsairs. Get them out, get them cycling back in, and get that charge again. But I think there are going to be 8 models left, so whether that's worth it or not, that's up to you. But it looks like here we might be able to break the Black Ark Corsairs. There's some nice work there, but I think it is going to be army losses, GG's, and well played to Riffle Shuffle. Alright, so this is how it's going to go, CJ. You know what you said. You know why you can't say it. I don't care what anybody else has said in the past. It is your first warning today. If I have to give you a second warning, I'll ban you for the whole stream for talking. Right. GG's indeed. GG's indeed. So 1,000 here for Malekith. We also have 170, 200, 250 here for the Dread Spears. 700 for the Black Ark Corsairs. 650 here and 200. 400 for the Witch Elves, 140, 420, and 880 here for the Dark Rider Shields. 330 and 480 for the Cold One Knights, 1,200, 1,084 here for the Dark Rider Reaper Crossbows, 940 also for the Scourge Runner Chariots. So really nice here from Riffle Shuffle, really, really good build. 700 from Balthazar Gelt, 200 and 250 for the Spearmen. It's like 200, 500, 190 and 400 here from the Swordsman and the Sigma Suns. 870 from the Silver Bullets. 620 and 1,000 here for the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Outriders 780, 350 and 980 here for these Outriders, with 410 and 300 here from the Outrider Grenade Launchers. Double Cannons here, they will be getting a nice 410 as well as 300 here from the Great Cannons. Yeah, very nice indeed. I think for a faction that's mostly based around speed, rush, very large and very good sort of armor piercing shots. I think more cavalry here was needed to protect the back line. I think the cannons were quite nice, but maybe a little bit more of a mobile core. Maybe actually bringing some huntsmen might have been quite nice, I think. Maybe 2 units of huntsmen, save the extra cash here. Maybe got an extra spearman in as well. Just a bit more of that front line to help protect the flanks a little bit more. So you could allow just to free up your... Because you've got a lot of skirmish cavalry here. And then you've also got some quite expensive Knights of the Blazing Sun. So, like, you didn't have enough to allow your skirmish cavalry to move around and also to move around freely. You know here that Dark Riders are going to be just 92 speed compared to your 84 here for the Outriders. And you only have 90 here for Pistoliers as well. So you do have to be careful. Outright Grenade Launchers also 84 speed. And there's sort of nothing to protect them and so nothing to really countercharge. And there just wasn't enough front line there really to hold that off. But it was a nice build here from Pugnabon indeed. I just think that maybe there's some small ideas there you can think about. Obviously, you know, I'm sure Pugnabon is maybe probably a better player than I am, but these are just a few ideas that I can think of. But well played indeed, well played indeed. Anything I ever say here, always take it with a pinch of salt. That's alright, Pugnabon, you played well, buddy. You played well. I just think that your skirmish cavalry didn't have much to fall behind, if that makes sense. Once it got pushed onto, there was sort of nothing to stop it from going off, because even Dark Riders, for their cheap costs, are going to... Even if you just, like, you know, you just yeet them straight in. Even you don't care if you lose them, right? You're just stopping those nice AP shots from the Outriders. I just think maybe going a little bit wider on the front line and having something where your back line could push into. I think you even needed to go skirmish range, or you needed to go a bit more of a box build. Yeah, the Reaper Crossbow Cav is really nice. I do like the Reaper Crossbow Cav. Their parkour they are really good. That's why I also really like Sword Runner Chariots. They're 360 firewalls moving, and they have 84 speed. They're absolutely no joke. Especially if you also go with the Revengers of Rakarth, because not only are they anti-large and armor-piercing still, but they also have poison. So, like, most Cav that has, even like 94 speed Cav, fastest in the game, can't catch them. It's really nice to bring them. How are you doing, Cowboy Bob? DE is real tough for Empire. Yeah, it is really tough. It is a really tough matchup. So we should be having, I don't think I have Zombie added, but it looks like here, just going to be seeing what's going on. Right, let me just check, see how we're doing here. It looks like Dr. Jellyfish and Takoyaki are still playing, but I'll get Zombie Quest into the lobby here. What happened here? Tuskor Chariot Mount is broken. Give it time. Give it time. I love Tyr in there. Amazing. Alright, let's see what you guys are saying. But how's everybody doing today? Hard to win with the skirmish game versus D unless you have poison to get rid of their speed. Yeah, I could agree with that. I don't have anything to go on here. Let's have a think. So they got 84 speed, right? So 84 speed is going to be your Outrider mobility. I mean, Pistoliers would do just fine, because most of their cav isn't heavily armoured anyway, unless you're talking about Cold One Knights, obviously 90 armour there as well. So you're going to want some sort of Outriders. I think 2 or 3 units of Outriders is fine. 3 units will definitely cover you. I said no. I said so. What's this, sorry? I said what, Hank? I haven't seen what else you said, Hank. Billington, if you heard what I said to CJ, send it on to him in Discord, please. Cold ones suck. Do they suck? For their cost in the current roster, yes. I could agree with that. Do they suck? I think suck's a bit harsh. They're not great. They're not. I tell you what, they're not optimal selection. That is the way I would describe that. They are not the optimal selection, but do they have a place? Sure, sure. Bob, you have gone off here. What have you said? Just move on. Yeah, just move on. It's not too. D is a tough matchup. Yeah, full infantry is not a bad way. I think just going wide. You need to go wide there for sure. You need to go wide. Oh, what were we saying? So I think here we're just going to be waiting for people to finish up. Okay. So let's just see where the ladies and gentlemen are at. It would appear that they're still playing. So it's going to be Dr. Jellyfish and Takoyaki. Whoever wins there will be playing up against Zombie Quest. Now, I haven't seen Zombie Quest before, but Riffer Shuffle will be winning here 2-0. So let me update this for him. Bish, bash, bosh, done. We'll see you in the final, buddy. Let's have a look. Like 4 spearmen, 4 swordsmen, 2 great swords, 2 halberds, 3 Fajans, Volkmar. Yeah, I think Volkmar here would have been the optimal pick. Regening Lord, very good, very stable. Is pretty good. I think also having a good, stable front line. How we doing, Krell? How we doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, they are too expensive for what they bring to the table, in my opinion. I think having, like, Huntsman is quite nice. Like, Silver Bullets, 2 Huntsmen is quite nice there in that middle core. I don't really think you need anything else. You probably want Halberdiers, at least 4 units. Sigma Suns, some Swordsmen, 2 Great Swords, and then maybe either a Netcaster or Fire. Probably. Fire magic. Well, I think Goblins have good matchups, for sure. That's what I said. I said in most matchups, they're not ultimate. They're not like... Hey. Hey, dude. Hello, Dins. How you doing, buddy? I'm mentioning him, and he did better than me today. Hey, Zombie Quest is a French guy. Oh, nice, nice. Is he part of ODM, Hanadins? Because I know you're part of ODM. Nice to see some ODM guys on here today. I'm mentoring him, and he did better than... Oh, you're mentoring him. Okay. That's good. Sorry, I thought you said mention. Very nice. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, it does sound like you're mentoring. Sounds like your Padawan is doing very well. So I do apologise, guys, but we're just going to have to wait here until this battle's finished. Not too sure what is going on. Ah, Takoyaki is in. Let me send him a message then. Alright, just gotta wait for Takoyaki to join up, and then we'll get it going. I don't know if I have him added. Maybe I do, but he's not online, I don't think. Ah, there we go. Oh, thank you very much, Benji. Oh, you think? Yeah, Riffleshelf was a good player, for sure. For sure. He brought a really nice Empire build against my Dawi and played very well, I must admit. There's no such thing as losing here. You only win or learn. Well, you know what it is, Benji. You know what it is. I also have a nice big X button up here. Allows you to Foxtrot Oscar. Good, thanks. Just waiting on the takoyaki. Dawi are pretty predictable. Always onion. I wouldn't say always onion. You have Gyrocopter build as well. Oh yes, thank you very much, Parkerilla. That's very spot on of you. Top guy. And if by magic we are ready. Takoyaki. Good evening, Zypher. How are we doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well today. Believe in the Slayer Rush. Believe in the oath. Believe in the oath. Right, so I don't have takoyaki here. So let's just see if we've got Steam code. Copy that. Perfect. Right, added there. Added indeed. So what do you guys think about all the new stuff coming forward here for the DLC? Is everybody happy with the DLC? Does anyone know about Zombie? No, Zombie is brand new to me here, but Hanadins from ODM says that he's been aiding him today and it's played pretty well. I like that Mama got buffed. Well, Mama didn't. Mama indirectly got buffed, right? Her Soul Sealer got buffed. So in that way, Malekith got buffed as well, right? So. So Zombie is going to pick one and ban two here, and then we're going to be starting off on Summer Song. Yes, we are. Yes, sir. Indeed, indeed. So going forward here, guys, you're going to be able to see a couple of people in chat. Now, I haven't really talked to Bibleton about this yet, but it's something I might chat to him a little bit later on. But Zypher is going to be helping me trying to organise the Short Beard Tournament. So you guys might ask, what is the Short Beard Tournament? Now, the Short Beard Tournament here on my channel is going to be a tournament for brand new players. Now, the rules are going to be, as long as you started here in 2021 and you haven't been playing longer, then you should be able to participate in the tournament. Now, there are a few people that will play in 6 months and just really accelerate through the ranks. You know, they might join clans. Yeah, it's called the Shortbeard Tournament. Yes, sir. It's called the Shortbeard Tournament, Mr. Zypher. Yeah, so it's going to be for brand new players. And if you've played any more... So let's say you started last year. I'll pretty much say that's a cut-off. I think 7 months is fine. And if you've accelerated through a clan, let's say, like, a good example here would be VM Caradot. Caradot joined VM, and he has just rocketed through the ranks, and I'd say he's probably of a level now that he's probably too good to play in this tournament. Now, there might be some that learn a little bit slower, some that might learn a little bit faster. That's absolutely fine. The whole point of this new players tournament is the fact that you can play up against people that are a similar ability to you, and that hopefully there you can get some nice, good, close battles. You can have some really, really good, fun games and learn a lot. So if you guys ever want to know anything about that, get hold of Zypher, get hold of myself. There is going to be something on the channel here, and it should be called just Shortbeard, I believe. Yeah, so under tournaments, you'll see Shortbeard. So Shortbeard, that will be the Shortbeard tournament. I will be uploading some stuff in there tonight. So I'll be saying, you know, I'll be atting everybody and seeing if you want to get involved. So it looks like here we're going to be picking Empire, and Dwarf and Lizardmen is going to be pick Empire, Dwarf and Lizardmen ban. Yep, seems perfectly fine to me. Wood Elves is going to be a good counter as well. Zombie Quest is clearly having an army, so Takiyaki's going to sit here and think. Sign me up for the Shortbeards. Perfect. Mr. Parkerella, perfect. Also, feel free to ban me Logic for the rest of the stream, since... okay, CJ, if you want to have that attitude, that's fine with me, that's fine. Beat noobs, get wrecked by... Good players. I mean, listen, the whole thing is that hopefully you guys playing in that consistently should allow you to accelerate to get out that pocket. And what it means is it will give you a good amount, it will give you a tournament every single week that you can play in, where let's say in round, you might come in round 1 and you might come up against someone like Riffle Shuffle or Pognabon or Takoyaki or Zombie. It gives you the opportunity to have some good close games. So it could be pretty fun. I'm just going to nod my head, Benji. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to nod my head. Yeah, I'm all one for being fair, but, I'm in. Perfect, Hank. Perfect. And what I'm doing for you guys, and this is something that's going to be just free out of my time, I'm going to be going on there as well. Once you've all signed up, for those that are brand new, and I mean brand new, anybody is welcome to come. How many qualifiers is there per season? Which one are you talking about, Hanadins? Are you talking about BattleMania here, or are you talking about the Shortbeard tournament? So, if you're talking about BattleMania, we have 4 qualifiers, but you don't qualify if you win. What happens is you get points. So the further you go through the tournament, so if you get first, you get 250, second, you get 200, and if you come top 4, you get 150. And then what you do is every single week, you add up those points. The most points you get over the 4 weeks, the top 8 players with the most points go through to the final. That's the way that works, right? So here, Zombie Quest and Takoyaki have already guaranteed themselves a minimum of 150 points. I haven't put the points up yet. I've been really busy, but I will try and get them out tonight, if not tomorrow, when possible. So that's how that goes. So for the Shortbeard tournament, I'm going to be putting on a 1 to 2 hour sort of. Convention is not the right word, but it's sort of like a show of how I can get you guys to, maybe learn the game a little bit more, get some understandings about army composition, playing styles, short keys, etc. Good ways to play. Oh, I didn't change my goddamn thing because I'm an idiot. I will do it after this. God, I'm an idiot. Okay, no worries. We'll change it after this because I'm an idiot. Okay, so so I'll be putting on a 1 to 2 hour it will be in Discord. I'll basically be going through and just having a small session with you guys to really help bolster some of you that might be more new to this. You can attend, you don't have to attend, whatever, etc. Whatever you guys want to do. And should hopefully allow you guys to have a bit more of an understanding. So when you go in and play, you don't feel like you don't know what you're doing. You should have, you know, maybe a little bit of an understanding. And also, like, hopefully with what I tell you should give you a good, sort of good route to progress. Love it. Love it, Cypher. Step 1, play Dowie. I love it. I love it. All right. So for the very nice Wood Elves, I need to say greenskins. Glade Rider Spears in the front. Nice 94 speed from these bad boys. The Rafts of the Frozen Hearts here. Very good. No, it's been moved them now. Okay, there's all sorts of moving here. So we are going to have Eternal Guards with shields here, both anti-large, Dryads as well with that good fear. So we have some Glade Guard Starfire Shafts, some Rafts of the Frozen Heart that do come in with that Frostbite, with that slow, as well as some more Starfire Shafts, more Dryads, and just a wide front line. We are going to have a Glade Lord. I'm actually sure it's a Glade Lady, actually. God, I hate this. I hate casting like this. So Glade Lord, yeah. So, oh, it's going to be the Glade Lord. Okay, so he's going to have the Helm of Discord, Deadly Onslaught, Foe Seeker, and the Call of the Woods. Very interesting. We'll be having a Spellsinger of Life, and that looks to be it, I think. Lots of Starfire Shafts. So this build is very similar to mine that I was running through last night with a couple of people. I go lots of Starfire Shafts, though. I go at least 5 units. Then I just use them to just wreck everything here in this build. So yeah. So in the back we are going to have, it was like 2 units of Glade Rider Spears. Very nice. In the front we are going to have some Huntsmen. 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Huntsmen. That's a big investment there. Big investment. Looks like we have some Spearmen with shields in the front. Lots of Spearmen with shields. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're also going to have some Unbreakable Sigma Flagellants. It's like 4 Flagellants around the pocket, as well as some Knights with the Blazing Sun, 2 units of the Halberdiers, and the Sigma Suns alongside a Huntsman General. So the Huntsman General... Why are we on Huntsman? Why are we not on the General? Buggy game. Okay, so Hellfire. Okay, so that's fire damage and plus 30 reload skill. Now that's really nice. What's really nice is that actually imbues fire here on top of your range. Or at least it should do. I don't know if that's a 40 meter radius, right? So it should do it. I don't know why it's not doing it here. Also, just for himself. Should do it now. Por favor. Oh, maybe it's got to be popped. Maybe it's got to be done. Has it got to be done? Yeah, 22 seconds. That's really nice, because you can pop that, and then you can just wreck Dryads with it, right? We're also going to be having a Bright Wizard, Burning Head, Power Stone, Fireball, and it looks like the Sword of... and the Flaming Sword as well. So that's pretty nice. Parkerilla agrees there. I agree with that totally. So big shots coming down here. It's like hasn't quite been popped there for the increased reload skill as well. So plus 30 is quite a lot of reload skill. That is really going to help, you know, fire, reload, fire. So shots coming down here from the 3 units of the Glade Guard. The nice fire and arm piercing damage are going to be hitting here up against the Huntsman. Now they are going to drop back. They can fire whilst moving, and they do have that good Vanguard deployment. Stalk is also very nice, and pushing through here is now going to be the Spears. So damage has gone on the front. I wouldn't say a tremendous amount of damage, but enough here that should allow the Spears to hold just that little bit longer. We should now be able to turn and burn and do some good work here in the front line, but we do see some Dryads coming through. This is where we need to get the Halberdiers in. Burning Head on the front is going to absolutely hit these Dryads, but he's wrecking the Spearmen as well. He's wrecked his own Spearman and broken his own Spearman. That is a shame. So if all comes to Sigma Suns, they need to intercept over here, because now they're going to be pushing into the back here on the Huntsman. Huntsman should effectively trade up against the Glade Guard. Armor piercing here is going to take a lot of their stats away. So 170 range, looks like 19 weapon strength up against 21 bonus versus large. In the battle, we have broken some Huntsmen with the added fear as well. Shots getting absolutely left all over the place here. As we can see, the Huntsmen have been at least still firing, or they're engaged in the front line. I don't know what's going on here, but they're still kind of shooting. Huntsmen are going to be shooting over the top, trying to really hit here into the Glade Guard Starfire Shafts. And over here in the back, it looks like we do have the 2 cavalry coming through. They should be able to clean up crew here on the Huntsman. It looks like we have the Flagellants coming in to help as well. The Huntsman General did go down. Oh my god, yeah, we've nearly lost the Spell Singer as well. No idea what got the Huntsman General. I didn't actually see. So if we get here, it looks like the Sigma Sons are going to be fighting up against the Roughs of the Frozen Hearts. War Dancers with the Azrai Spears through to the front line. Looks like Woven Mist for that increase to missile resistance. And they're now here just going to push straight through the Bright Wizard. They're going to come into the back and they're going to aid in this fight. Now, lots of leadership here for the Huntsman General. He's going to have 50 leadership. Very surprised he's not come back yet. He's going to be surrounded pretty heavily here. Massive shots going up into the Spell Singer. Spell Singer is certainly going to go down here as well. Blade Lord's going to come in. Foe Seeker should be able to punch through this front line. Drop that very nice Helmet Discord as well on top of his great stag. The Helmet Discord is going to go down. Negative melee attack, negative melee defense. Wraths of the Frozen Heart fighting up against Sigma Sun. Shots still over here on the left hand side coming into the naked Flagellants. And the Spearmen are going to be losing the front line up against the Dryads. So we do have some internal... so there's actually going to be some War Dancers, Azrai Spears. I missed the Azrai Spears. Looks like they're going to be fighting up against Knights of the Blazing Sun. It's not really a good place there for the Knights of the Blazing Sun. But Azrai Spears, yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good in general. Very susceptible to getting shot, that's for sure. Eternal Guard in the back. These guys are going to be fighting here up against Flagellants. They will lose that pretty comfortably. And it looks like here we are going to be having the Glade Lords really aiding in this front line. The problem here and the issue for the Wood Elves and fighting up against 4 units of Flagellants, they don't break and they will not run. And being that a lot of your range has gone down, it's going to be very weak here in the backside. You could struggle at removing these Flagellants. Huntsmen are going to be firing into the backside here. That is what they are going to be aiming and shooting. I think the primary target is going to be the Eternal Guards. Looks like we have 1 unit of range left in the back here. I don't see any others. So there's one over here that has come back. So now we could try and see if we can shoot into the side of the Glade Guard here. We have one in the pocket that's still going to be firing. Could really do with dropping it back just a little bit. Burning Head. That's a very interesting... All that Burning Head could be very nice. That was really good micro there from Takoyaki. Really getting out to those Dryads. Eternal Guard are also going to be fighting here up against those Flagellants. And like here in the middle, we are going to be having the Glade Lord fighting up against the Bright Wizard. And the Bright Wizard here will really struggle in combat. He's going to be on foot. He's going to get rammed here by the Glade Lord as well, coming in with that extra charge bonus. Foe Seeker as well. That's really going to aid in that vigor and speed, meaning you're going to get a lot harder hit there when he does charge up against the Bright Wizard. Charges coming to the back here up against the Huntsmen. Should do some pretty good work there in the pocket. Stop them from firing as well. Put them into that melee combat if they're not microed effectively. Coming in for the back is going to be the Spearmen. Hellfire going down here from the Huntsman General. That's only going to aid him and not really anything else. But he will be shooting here into the Glade Lord. And that's really tasty value coming through. Burning, sorry, a nice fireball as well. Oh, that fireball absolutely clatters the Glade Lord. Glade Lord has, not sure what he's popped there. But he is going to break, and that's really nice. So we're going to see, we are going to have the range on the Huntsman. We are going to get that shot coming through. Is it going to connect? I think it does. I think it does. If that connects there, he should get pushed off pretty far here. Balance of power are going to be in Zombies' favour. I think just for the pure amount of Flagellants here. So when the balance of power will work here, there's going to be more balance of power on the Huntsman General here. He won't have as much value there as the Lord here on the Great Stag Knight, but he's very, very battered. Fireball is going to come down. Are we going to connect is the question. Saved, I think. That probably would have killed him. Thunder Guards have gone down. The front line is looking pretty dire. You've lost your ammunition here from the Glade Guard Starfire Shafts. You still have ammunition here from the Huntsman. A little bit of ammunition here from these two. But as you can see here, the Dryads really, really struggling. Burning Head is going to be coming across the Flagellants. I don't really think, you don't really mind if you burn the Flagellants because they're not going to break, but the War Dancers, Azrai Spears, that's a very nice one there. They have broken. That's going to be a lot of bounce power. I think they're 1.2k each. Something very close to that, I think. Or maybe 1,100, but they're very expensive. So he's still going to be fighting in the background, but Takoyaki is going to pull here. And yeah, really, really nice game. Really nice game indeed. Right, I'm going to sort this goddamn camera out before I bash my head against that wall. And another one. Ooh, we started mentioning 1 month ago. Very nice. Alright, so 1,200 here for the Huntsman General, 2,100 for the Bright Wizard, Very nice. 2,100. Really nice stuff from Zombie. 280, 133, 600, 165 here for the spears, and 250. 500, 330 for the halberdiers, 480, and also 480 here for the flagellants, 240, and 660. 640 here for the Sigma Suns, and that makes 5 units of unbreakable front line here, which are just so key. They are really key. Huntsman General here, looks like we're going to be having 411, 1,088, 300 and 575. We can compare it here for 1.4, 800 and 800. So yeah, pretty even overall. 1.4 is very good. And that was the one over there on the right hand side that wasn't really contested. So very nice work there. 620, 870 here for the Knights of the Blazing Sun. 1,000 here from the Glade Lord. I can't help but think a net with the Glade Lady might have been a bit nicer. Negative missile resistance really aid there as well with the very nice Glade Guard. There's like no value from the Spell Singer, a little bit too close there for my liking, as well as you having all that range. But 580, 200, 400 here for the Dryads with 570, and 780 here for the Wraths of the Frozen Hearts. You're also going to get 330, 140, 400, and 750 here for the Eternal Guards. I kind of like the Winter Heart Guards as well. Winter Heart Guards are really nice because they're 850, they have triple gold chevron stats, that's extra leadership, extra melee defense, extra melee attack, and they're unbreakable. That just is so nice in this matchup. War Dancers, as for Spears, they are decent, but as you can see there, for their cost, 780 and 220, yeah, they're not going to quite get it. For me, they're such a risk because one Burning Head, as you saw, range as well takes them down. They are very expensive to keep safe. They are very expensive. As we can see here, 200 and 300 from the Glade Rider Spears, and we've already seen the backline range. Just going to reset the lobby 1 sec, guys. I do thoroughly apologise. It'll take me 2 seconds to reset the lobby. Pain in my backside. There we go. Mr. Rubber Duck of War, Quack, how are we? And who have we got here? It looks like we've got Gaspora. How are we doing, Gaspora? Quack to you too, sir. Quack to you too, sir, indeed. How are we all doing? We're actually going to be going into Game 2 here with Zombie up against Takoyaki in the second semi-final. So I hope you're all doing very well today. What we'll do here as we're loading up, we will go with the score, and it will be 1-0 here to Zombie. So Zombie here is going to be part of the ODM crew. So it's nice to see him here today, and Takoyaki as well. BattleMania. Perfect. Let's get the. I can't invite them both back in, so join back whenever you're ready. But how are we doing, Mr. Rubber Duck War? How did your best of 7 go? Hope your best of 7 went really well. I think you can reset the debug camera to normal by changing the settings in the battle menu options. Ah, perfect. I'll look onto it. Thank you. Quack in here. How you doing, Ubus? How's it going today? I saw you were playing today, Ubus. You were playing here. Who did you play up against? Let's have a little look. You played up against the formidable Zombie Quest. So Zombie Quest is obviously going to be here in the semi-finals. How did your battle go up against Zombie Quest? Everything was wrong in my high. That's all right, buddy. Thank you very much, Parker. I'll try and see if I can look into that and get it, get that sorted. So looks like these guys haven't taken it upon themselves. Takoyaki. Oh no, Takoyaki twice. Join back, please. FML, I can't get Chubba Wamba. Oh, right, okay. I'm not sure I'm familiar. Which version of the game is this? This is the old version of the game, I'm afraid. I don't have access to the new DLC because I'm not quite at that 1,000 subscribers yet. So this is going to be the current meta. Takoyaki is in. Could you swap sides, please, buddy? And we're going to be going here on Astilian Tomb. Oh, I've gone way too far. There it is. Blind. Yeah, so once I've got 1,000 subscribers, of course, I'll be able to go YouTube the song quick. You'll understand in 2 seconds. Fair enough. I'll take your word for it, Venge. Oh, okay. Parker, that will change the camera mode, but won't change the script file. At least that's what happened for me. Oh, okay. I really hope that we can get the debug camera and the regular camera in-game. You can just flip between the two. So you don't have to go through this whole stuff for Warhammer 3. I haven't heard anything about it. But yeah, this is going to be the original one, guys. And the reason it's going to be the original one is because, yeah, I don't have 1,000 subscribers. So once we get to that point, thanks to me for, yeah, no problem, buddy. No problem. Very glad to have you here today. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you enjoyed Ducky's stream as well. Today we're going to be doing the BattleMania. This is going to be the Season 4, Week 3. So what happens here in BattleMania here on my channel is you have a season which is comprised of 4 weeks. And then throughout that 4 weeks, you play every single week and you obtain points. So the highest you get, or literally the further you get through the knockout stages, the more points you get. So if you get to the top 4 here, you make it onto the live stream. So if you get top 4, you get 150 points. And if you also get second, I believe it's 200, and first is 250. So the further you go through, the more points you get. Over those 4 weeks, you add up all your points together for every week you've played, and the most, the top 8 players with the most points go through to the final. Oh, now I get it. Venge, very familiar with the song, just don't know what the. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check this out in a minute. I don't know what's happened with Zombie. Zombie has gone AFK, I think. Just waiting on Zombie Quest here, unfortunately. Ah, there we go. So, Takoyaki to pick and ban. So, yes. So, what I'll do, guys, for all of you guys that are here today, I will drop you this. So, if we go invite, I'll give you guys a link here. It is in my description, but I'll make it nice and easy. So, this is going to be a link here for my Discord for anybody that is interested. I actually posted a lot of stuff here on like Ducky, and we had lots of competition coming on here as well. What I would have really liked to have done, I really would have liked to get some extra DLC stuff done with Ducky here before, from today, but unfortunately because I don't have early access, I wasn't able to get hold of it. Logic with the DLC stuff, unfortunately not, buddy. Unfortunately not. You have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers to get all the early access stuff. But welcome everybody, I hope you're all having a good time. If you do enjoy your stay, please feel free to tap that like button, I'd really appreciate it. And maybe subscribe as well, maybe you can help me get that 1,000 subscribers, and then I can also give you some more early access content. So looks like here we are going to be having Dowie Band, Chaos and Greenskins. Interesting. Now I think in the new meta of the game, now this is pretty bad anyway. Beastmen's pretty good up against Dowie. I'm surprised there was no Skaven ban, and there was no High Elf ban. They're the two best picks against the Dowie. But Beastmen's going to be good, and I think in the new game as well, especially in the new meta, It's almost unwinnable for the Dawi, I think, now. I think for Beastmen, I just think it's almost unwinnable. I just don't think you can win it. This is a tough matchup for the Dawi. This is a tough matchup. Takoyaki for the people. Indeed, indeed. For the Dawi Encore. For the Karaz Encore. Nice. Looks like I got a message. Looks like you guys are joining in the Shortbeard tournament. So the Shortbeard tournament, guys, it seems like a lot of people are, yeah, looks like a lot of people have signed up here. Awesome. So I'll be sending out a message there tonight. So for anybody here that is in the chat that may not have heard me a moment ago, the Shortbeard tournament that I'm going to be doing is basically going to be for all you new players that are here in the community. So if you started in the last 7 months, so if you started this year on the Total War Warhammer 2 multiplayer scene, you'll be able to go onto my Discord. You'll be able to find the Shortbeard tournament for brand new players. So what I can do is I can organize a tournament for you there every single week where you can come up against similar players of your skill level and try and make yourself better here in the community and also learn other people as well. So it should be pretty fun to do that. One thing I've learned from Dawi mains is that if someone says it's an impossible matchup, they'll find a way. There is always ways. There is always ways for the Dawi to win. It is crazy fools they are. I just think that it is hard. It is hard. There is ways like there are certain matchups with the new runes and the new lords and stuff like. I think the new Rune Lord is very good against the Lizardmen. I think Thoric Ironbrow is going to be really meta against Lizardmen. I think he's going to be meta against Vampire Counts as well. I think there's going to be lots of changes there. For those that also maybe new here that don't know me, I'm a strong Dawi main, as Zypher always likes to point out. If it's unwinnable, just go raw Dawi Air Force. I think that's the only thing you like about the Dawi, Zypher. But I agree with you, Bimington. I think the Dwarf community is pretty strong here in Warhammer, and we always find some crazy way of pulling it off. Like, I think Raw Dawi Air Force is like the most common way to beat Greenskins. Greenskins can comfortably counter it, but if they're not expecting it, it is very difficult for them. Alright, so game 2 here, 1-0 to Zombie, and we are going to be going on to Astilian Tomb. We are going to have Beastmen up against the Dawi, and what are you expecting here? Oh, that's better. This is better. Look at that, you can get right in the foliage there, get in and get involved. I love it. Right, so the way you're going to do this is you're going to need Slayers, and you're going to need guns, and lots of guns. You're going to need so many guns in this matchup. But that's the same thing from what I've seen Copters getting beaten by Manticores and Harpies. Yeah. So certain factions such as Dark Elves, you can't go Gyrocopter spam. You can't do it. Yeah, I don't think that's that overlooked. I think there's more to him as well that he offers as well. Because, like, you get that with the Rune Lord, right? If you want 40% matchup resistance, you get that on the normal Rune Lord anyway. I think the difference for him is what he offers is his stats and his other bonuses that he comes with. But let's go through with the Dawi first. So we are going to have some Slayers in the front line. So lots of Slayers there with some minus and blasting charges. It's like 3 units of those. Looks about perfect. We're going to have some Dwarf Warriors, some more Slayers. Dwarf Warriors, more Dwarf Warriors, so lots of Dwarf Warriors here. So 1-2 units of Thunderers, and in the front line we are going to have some Longbeard Great Weapons, Hammerers, Longbeards with the Great Weapons, More Longbeards with great weapons, and Longbeards with great weapons. That's a lot of great weapons and not as much melee defense. Very interesting. Now, this is the perfect way, super wide from the Beastmen. So we're going to have Centaurs with the great weapons. We're also going to have the Bloody Shaman Beast, who will be coming through with a few interesting spells. So he's going to be having the Amber Spear, Jagged Dagger, and Wild Hearts. Very interesting. No Transmutation of Gadon, which is normally pretty common here. But Bestigal Herds here as well. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Bestigal Herds. Lots of armor piercing. Ungor Spears in the front as well as Morga the Shadow gave. Ungor Spear Herds here in the back. Looks like 2 units of those. And one thing that's certainly going to change the meta, we'll talk about it in a moment. But we'll be having the Stave of Ruinous Corruption and also the Spirit Essence of Chaos. Good regeneration and a massive 75% missile resistance. In the sky we'll have 3 units of Harpies and the Blackhorn Ravagers with that very, very good Rowdy. Now, one thing that is going to change, obviously you see some Centaurs over here with the great weapons. The new Centaur throwing axes, in my opinion, are very good. They are very good. Very good indeed. I do kind of like Beast Magics, but I think if you're going to go Beastmen, my favourite thing is like Viltide and Bray Scream. I just think Wild Magic for the Beastmen is just so good. It's so goddamn good. No Bray Scream is risky, that is true, Mr. Ponce Jellyfish. That is very, very true. As you can see, going to be a little bit close here is going to be Zombie Quest. Those, they're going to be coming over just a little bit here, but as you can see, the guns going to be a little bit far away from the pocket. They are going to be at the front, ready to shoot. Yeah, obviously not trying to get that obstruction, but you don't want to be shooting Malagor. That's just a waste of ammunition. You need to be shooting the Bestigal Herds. That's what you absolutely must be prioritizing here. Like Malagor's just gonna soak up that damage. He's just gonna soak it like a sponge. Looks like they're pushing him on the back here with the Harpies. Coming forward is going to be the Thunderers. Thunderers now going to be piling into the Bestigors. And they pulled a little bit far forward here. These are going to get trapped. So in the back here is going to be the Harpies. This is a mistake from Takoyaki. I've already noticed it. He's going to fly down with the Harpies, pin them in, and they could come forward here. As the Harpies have gone in, the front line is far too far away. But it looks like his zombie hasn't quite capitalized on this. That's a bit of a shame. It looks like Belagar Ironhammer. Mighty Oathstone is going to come in to protect them. I shouldn't see. So it looks like we are going to have Belagar with the Mighty Oathstone. I don't really know if that's worth the cost, but he is going to be there. I think if you're going to bring Belagar with the Mighty Oathstone, you might as well have just bought Ungrim Iron Fist because he's unbreakable. Looks like Harpies are going to be going over. Shots, blasting charges here are going to be hitting the Blackhorn Ravagers. We do have some Dwarf Warriors in the front line. Good 40 melee defense from those bad boys, 85 armor as well. Harpies do actually have some pretty good weapon strength. 44 weapon strength here in the sky with 38 melee attack, 22 melee defense. Sorry, the other way around. 38 melee defense, 22 melee attack. So they're not too bad, not too bad. They're like better versions of Fellbats, right? Guns are going to be shooting here in the sky. Amber Spear is going to hit here in the backside up against the Longbeard. Great weapons. Looks like we have Morga coming through into the pocket. Hammers are going to be here as well. Now, he doesn't have too much physical resistance, so he's very susceptible to getting punched in the face. Hammers are coming down. They are going to be thumping straight into the Bestigors. Now, Hammers should be able to win here. They have far greater weapon strength. And as you can see, oh my god, they are just destroying these Bestigors. Fantastic stuff there. Coming in here up against the good Thunderers. As you can see, the Thunderers are going to be nice and close. It looks like we have 3 units of Harpies that are going to be on the Thunderers. There is going to be a summon here in the pocket. Maybe you're going to get in. Yes, the Chaos Spawn are in. They could pin in Belagar and allow him to get dealt with. Hammers have absolutely decimated the Bestigors here in the front line. Looks like we are going to have Longbeard Great Weapons fighting up against Ungors. In the back are going to be the Centaur Great Weapons as well for that charge. Coming around the side is going to be the Ungor Spearheads and blasting charges here up against the Ungor Herds as well. So very nice there. Good blasting charges in the back. He's doing some excellent damage here in the pocket. Bloody Shaman the Beast, another Amber Spear, going to be hitting here up against the Hammers. But in the back here are going to be the Ungor Raiders that have been pushed onto. In the back, we are going to be having the Longbeard Great Weapons fighting up against the Bestigal Herds. Now, we have 38 melee defense, 30 attack, up against 24 and 40. So it should be a pretty even contest here. Weapon strength is going to be 34 and 40, so Bestigal should win that pretty comfortably. But it all comes down to model count. So model count, we've got 75 going up against 75. So yeah, it should be won by Bestigors pretty comfortably. But Hammers are going to come in the back. There should be an 8 on that Conquest. Also, Belegar Iron Hammer, if he does come in with that Mighty Earthstone, getting that plus 24 melee defense can really certainly help here as well. Pushing the back, we have the Miners of Blasting Charges. They're going to comfortably deal with the Ungol Raiders as well. Also, we do have a Summon of the Chaos Spawn in the back. They're going to be helping with that Unbreakable status here. And that Fear to really try and punch against these Longbeards. Longbeards do have immune to Psychology, but they certainly are going to struggle due to the nice, good weapon strength here of the Chaos Spawn. So we have some Ungol Spears. They're going to be shooting into Miners and also Longbeards. Probably need these bad boys to be shooting into Slayers. The Slayers in the pocket are the ones they certainly need to get their value from. Looks like we have the Blackhorn Ravagers fighting up against the Dwarf Warriors, and Bestigors will be coming back into the pocket. Gunfire here is going to be going into the back up against the Bestigor herds. Up we have 2 units of the Thunderous Fire in there. We actually have some Harpies coming in to shut down as well. Good cycle charge coming in from the Beret Shaman, really hitting through that pocket as the Slayers are chasing. Luckily it's not going to be the RLR was slow, so he should be able to get away. He has a nice 79 speed. He will take some damage on the way out, but certainly there a good trade. Belegar will be beating the living daylights out of Malagor. Malagor does have, what, 55, 45, we have 60, 60 here for Belegar, but also with 120 armor. We do have regen, though, here for Malagor. So if if Morga, can actually get away, yeah, you should be able to get some healing and come back into this. So good shots here into the Slayers. I really like that. That's perfect. That's exactly what the Ungol Raiders here are designed to do. You need to cycle charge here up against the Miners of Blasting Charges. Get them off your Ungols. You have some Ungol herds here in the back that could do with getting back involved. And it looks like here we have some more as well. So Ungols are going to be running away from the Longbeard Great Weapons with some Dwarf Warriors coming back into the pocket. We have some Bestigors here in the back. They're going to be hopefully trying to get involved and do some work. Looks like here they are fighting up against some Dwarf Warriors. And we have some Miners from Blasting Charges that are just going to be helping dealing with the Blackhorn Ravengers. Balance of Power here is going to be in Takoyaki's favour. Going to be shooting into the Beret Shaman Beast. He is going to be getting hit relatively hard here. Also, looks like Morga the Shadowgave is going to be just a little bit too still here. Could do with getting involved and shutting down Belegar. We are going to be breaking with the Brave Shaman. Malagor is going to get involved. And unfortunately here, the Ungol Raiders and the rest of the crew for the Beastmen are going to be going down. Excellent effort here, though. Really, really nice. I have a thing with Bestigors. I don't ever think they're worth the value. I think going chariots here and just going more chariot based is always a little bit better, I think. Hey ALDB, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here today. I love it. I love the Dowie. They're so random. So for Takoyaki, for the people, 1,450 here for Belegar Ironhammer, 270, 466, and 750 for the Miners with Blasting Charges. 750. That's awesome damage. 360, 86, 230, and 305 here for the Dwarf Warriors. And 650, 630, 580, 580, and 268 for the Longbeard Great Weapons, and 1,033 for the Hammerers. 420 here for the Slayers, 350 with 780, and 1,477 for the Thunderers. It looks like we got 400 for Morga the Shadowgave, 1,400 damage here for the Brave Shaman of Beasts, 240, 170, and 240 here for the Ungol Herd, and 400 here for the Blackhorn Ravengers. 500, 600, 650 with 560 here for the Bestigor Herds, 100 with 450. That unit was shooting into Slayers, which was perfect. We're also going to get 433 for the Centaur Great Weapons, as well as 123, 270 here for the Harpies, and 266. Now I think here you do need Harpies. You certainly need at least 3 Harpies, and you're also going to be wanting a minimum of 2 Ungol Raiders to deal with Gyrocopters. Now, if you're able to do that and do pretty well there against the Gyrocopters, you also have the Brave Shaman with that Amber Spear. You can certainly take models out. That's fine dealing with the sky. I do think maybe this is too many Bestigors. I think actually having more mobility is more advantageous here. Being able to get in the back there, shut down that backline range, really cycle charge here up against the infantry, and just trying to get free value and trades where you can. I think can also be pretty good. But it's going to be one apiece here, and we are going to go into Game 3, which is going to be the Southern Chaos Wastes. So let's get on it. I think it's Takoyaki, pick 3 and ban 2. Let's have a look, see what you guys are saying. Ooh. Okay, didn't miss too much. After 3 OCs, that's a lot of WOM. Oh, there's too many acronyms here, bro. It's too late in the day for that many acronyms. Good game from Taco under the pressure in a bad match. Yeah, indeed. A very nice build. Very nice build. Might be 1 ban. Oh yeah, ban 1. Sorry. Ban 1. That's my bad. Hey, Icebound, how you doing, buddy? How did your games go? I heard you did a best of 7 up against Inticity. How did it go? Oh, some shares is okay. In a minute. All right. VP Lizardmen greenskins and 1 ban. Yes. Thank you very much, guys. How's it going? Nice. Having a good day, buddy? Hope you're going well. Okay, nice. So, going to be banning Dwarfs. So, VP, Lizardmen banning Dwarfs. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Ban greenskins, pick Skaven. Ooh, nice. Okay, Skaven up against Lizardmen is good. Vampires, it does favor Skaven. Not much. There's not much in it, but I think it does favor Skaven. I think here you take probably Vampire Pirates on Southern Chaos Wastes. And I think there are ways you can do it. Yeah, I did pretty well in the end. Inticity got iced. What was the score, big man? How did it go? What were the matchups? What do you think about the new DLC? Obviously, we can all talk about it here now. So, what do you think about all the new units and such? What was your general overall feeling? Do you feel that the DLC is going in the right direction? Obviously, there will be some changes that are needed. But how do you feel? Hi, Raskin. Hi, any special rules for the new BM Pig Chariots? When you mean special rules, what do you mean special rules, buddy? In regards to what? How many you can pick, what you can do. So I need a little bit more than that. But currently, I'm sure all the guys with the rules will be going through some stuff. So DLC is definitely going in the right direction for sure. That's good. Obviously, I've heard about all the changes. I've seen a lot of them as well now. So I think it's going in the right direction. I think a lot of things have been balanced. I think there's some really good, nice things. One thing I'm very excited for is poison. Good nerf to poison, I think. And I think it was a good nerf to poison. They seem to be broken. I mean, yeah, but they'll change. I think you know. I think we should, you know, don't get too overhyped about them being a little bit broken. Yeah, they'll fix it in no time. They'll fix it by the time DLC comes out. Don't forget, we've still got 5 days. They've got 5 days worth of fixing to do. Yeah, it could just be a hit mechanic thing. It could be all sorts. They'll work it out before it comes out. So no, there won't be any special rules as of yet. When it comes to recording for the games that I'm sure the guys are doing currently, I'm sure they'll have something set in place for the next 5 days, for sure. Okay, I think it's going to be Lizardmen from Takoyaki. Interesting. There are some units that do need attending to. There's no doubt about that. There are some units that need attending to. And that's just like in general. So, give it time, give it time. But if they are still, you know, ridiculously broken on release, I'm sure, you know, maybe we'll axe them from the tournament for a couple of days until they're sorted. Yeah, it's not going to be anything too big, I don't think. You know, we have lots of changes in the rules coming forward as well. I'm sure if you guys have seen some of the fruit rules, obviously the banner rules, etc., and other things from there going forward as well. So, you know, there's going to be big changes for the rules. DLC is going to have a nice, fresh meta to it as well, which I'm really excited for. Changes in poison, changes in unit usage. There's some really nice balancing stuff. Logic, what are the best factions into Skaven at our level? So, against Skaven. So, Skaven's a pretty tough faction, I would say. It's definitely at the topper end. What does Skaven really struggle at dealing with? Most undead. Vampire counts probably is a good one for you to start on. Vampire counts. Yeah. I would say Krill. Hopefully that helps you. I'll tell you what, let me ask you this question, Ice Power, if you're still here. What is your favourite unit so far? It doesn't have to be new. It could just be changed. What's your favourite change here about the new meta? Dowie Fun God all the way. How you doing, Blakely? You actually just missed a Beastmen game against Dowie. You just missed it. But I hope you're doing well, Andy. Chaos. Yeah, Chaos is another good one. Chaos is another good one. I would say for newer players to mid-tier, I would say Chaos and Vampire Counts would be my top two. You can maybe throw TK in there as well, but I would say VC and Chaos. But I think VC and Chaos are the most common bans as Skaven. I would say if I'm the Skaven player, I'm banning Vampire Counts and I'm banning Chaos probably. I would have thought. My favourite change is Fnatic nerf. Yeah, the Fnatic nerf is nice. I think the Fnatic nerf is really good. I do like it. And General GS nerf. There's been some good nerfs there, I think. I think there's been some healthy nerfs. And I still think Greenskins is going to be a strong roster, but it's certainly been tamed a little bit. So, Coldon Riders here as well. So we have 2 units of the armor-piercing shock cavalry. In the back, we are going to have a Slar Mage of Fire. He's going to be here on the toilet chair indeed. We will be having the Banishment, the Shield of the Old Ones, the Blood Statuette of Spite, as well as the Burning Head, Fireball, Cold-Blooded, Arcane Conduit, and also Kindle Flame. We'll be having the Saurus Warriors with shields, skin cohorts, some more Saurus Warriors with shields, lots of skin cohorts, and super duper wide here, with a couple of units here in the back with the cohort skins with javelins. 2 units of the Chameleon Skinks here in the front, as well as 2 units of the Pterodon Riders here in the front for that poison and rock drops as well. So it looks like it's going to be it there for the Force, and it also looks like here we are going to have some Skaven Slaves in the front, lots of Skaven Slaves. Skaven Slave Spears here as well, with some Clan Rat Spears in the back. Looks like we are going to have some Wolf Rats with Poison. The Council Guard Vermin there as well. The Council Guard Storm Vermin, unbreakable unit here for the very, very nice Skaven. Clan Rat Spears in the front with some Poison Wind Mortars. Also having the Rat Ogres alongside Deathmaster Snickitch, the Plague Priest. And that looks to be it. So we are going to have some Warlock Giselles. some Rattling Guns, some more Warlock Giselles, and 2 more Rats Ogres as well. So pretty good build here. I like this build from Zombie indeed. So we're going to have the Pestilence Birth, for that summon there for Plague Monks, and also Vermin Tide. We'll be having Deathmaster Snicket for this Deathmaster Sigil, very good at pinning in Lords and Heroes, also Concealment Bombs, Slippery, and obviously the Orcud Scurry away here for these very, very good Skaven boys. Yeah, I think the overall change to what's the nerf? Which nerf would you like to know about? Paladins. I like Fanatic nerf, as it seems like they will still be good for campaign fun. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, nerf to poison is really nice. So it was 24% speed negative and then 20% for the rest. So that'll be armor piercing and base weapon damage, or missile variants as well. But it'll all be going down to 15% now, which is really nice. So it'll be a base flatline 15% for all of it. So you're going to be losing 25% on poison and a little bit more there for the speed. So it's not going to be quite as powerful, but still very useful. Obviously, every single nerf logic. So Fanatic nerf is really quite nice. You have to be in combat for 15 seconds before you can engage the Fanatics. So you have to be engaged in melee before you can utilize Fanatics. You can't just go straight in and then use Fanatics immediately. So you have to be proactive when you're going in, that you are protecting your Fanatics. Because otherwise, when they do go in, if they're fighting for more than 15 seconds and they go below that 25% HP, of course, they're not going to be able to use any Fanatics. So you have to be careful there, and they have to be fighting for those 15 seconds, as it will recharge in melee combat. So you just can't keep using it and abusing it. So Skaven coming over here to the left. I think the Terran Riders a little bit far out there. I'd like to see them come back in here to the middle, maybe somewhere over here. Not too close they get shot by the Warlock Giselles, but close enough here that they can do some good stuff in general. So I like the Slion Mage Priest of Fire. Burning Hand and Fireball going to be very good at cleaning out this chaff and all the summons as well. As you can see, the Natty Bobos are going to be shooting here in the Chameleon Skinks. Poison Winds are going to go down as well. So when the Poison Winds are going to be aiming, they're going to come down here. Does it miss? It does miss. Okay, very good. So this is going to miss the Skinky boys. Now, they do have 40% missile resistance, but they're certainly going to get punched here. We have 275 range here from the Warlock Giselles, and that's what makes them just so good. Fireball is going to come down in the pocket. Looks like it is going to be aiming here on the Poison Winds. 7 models left out of 9. What is the Fireball going to do? We're going to hit another one. Are we going to kill it? Looks like there was a hit. A bit of damage, but no kills. Very interesting there. That's why I actually like having a Spirit Leech. Spirit Leech can be very nice at taking out those models. By the way, you forgot to update the results. I did. So it's going to be 1-1 here from Takoyaki and Zombie. I do apologise. Poison shots coming over the top. They're going to be aiming here and firing straight into the Source Warriors with the shields. Looks like they did miss. Warlock Giselles are going to drop. They're pretty quick, actually, Warlock Giselles. I think they're pretty fast, actually. They're, yes, they're 37 base speed, and when they obviously break, they get that increased speed as well by 12%. So they're not slow as well, for, artillery units. They're pretty good. Or weapon teams in this example. And they're going to be shooting here into the Chameleon Skins. Chameleon Skins are certainly taking a volley and a half. Coming over here a little bit too close is going to be the Terran Riders. Also moving these guys around the flanks just a little bit more, being a little bit more effective here in the backside. So what you want to do here is you have to force your opponent to make a decision. If you're going to shoot your front line, or if you're going to shoot your back line here with the brilliant Terran Riders. So rod drops here could be very nice. Maybe try and see if you can... I don't know these rock drops. Maybe not rock drop here on the cancel guard. Looks like they are going to come after the Rattling Guns. But we do have poison wolf rats here nice and close. So they're going to be defending nicely here. Pockets aren't opening up though. As we can see, pouring in are going to be the Source Warriors. And these Clan Rat Spears will hold. Oh my god, look at the damage going down here. It's so excellent from these guys in the middle pocket. They are going to be shooting now up against the Slion Mage Priest. If you can get a shield of the old ones going down there, protect himself as much as he possibly can. That can be really helpful here in mitigating that damage and just allowing that push here to really come into the back line. It looks like here, oh no, looks like the Terran Riders have already gone down. That's really painful to see that mobile unit going down there for almost no cost. It looks like here the Rattling Guns have managed to get away with it. The shield of the old ones is going to go in the middle pocket here. It's going to be aiding at least 2 units of the dinos. Not going to quite aid the third here, I don't think. Oh, it's going to gently aid it, I believe. They are going to push through here into the middle. They are going to get on the Warlock Giselles now. Warlock's still going to be shooting into the Slan Mage Priest. That is going to shift balance of power because he is very costly. Where is Deathmaster Snickage? So Deathmaster Snickage could move forward here. You could maybe try and see if he can net the Slan Mage and then try and see if he can assassinate him. Now, he can certainly do that. The stats here are not good here for the Slan Mage Priest. But it looks like here we also have the Plague Priest in the middle as well. So we did hear some summons. What's going on? So Fireball is going to go down on Snickage. Snickage is going to turn around. Oh, Fireball does actually hit him and go through, but he has concealment bombs on now. So he should be able to push into the back and aid there. Front line is going to be going down here to the Saurus Warriors. And we're certainly going to get into the cookie jar very, very soon. Now we need to get the Skinko Hordes. Turn them around, get them in, and get them shutting down. We have the very nice Cold Run Riders. They're going to pop in, going to do some very good work. 90 armor here, no joke. Good armor-piercing shock cavalry in the back here. Very effective for their cost. Getting in and doing some really, really good work. In the back here, looks like we have lost the very nice Rattling Guns. We have lost both of the Natty Bobos. And, yeah, I think we could struggle here. So it looks like we have some Clan Rats coming in. And unfortunately, I don't think there's enough to summon here. I don't think you can summon quickly enough here to deal with all of the onslaughts of Lizardmen. Going wide here is certainly very difficult. Fireball there is going to hit Snickage right in the face as well. That's a really nice Fireball, doing some good damage against Deathmaster. That is his one weakness. He has a very, very low HP pool. So here in the back, lots of the Rat Ogres are broken. Wolf Rats as well. We're going to lose some Skaven Slave Spears and some Skaven Slaves. We need to get some of these guys back to the front line. Rattling Guns have gone down. But it looks like here we are going to have the Chameleon Skink still shooting here into the Council Guard, getting that really nice poison and onto the Plague Monks. Plague Monks will be a summon, so they won't stay around forever. Fireball is going to come through. I think his aim was Deathmaster. He's going down to 1.1, so maybe there was a bit of a connect there. But it also looks like the Plague Priest is going to be fighting up against Saurus Warriors. Shield the other one's going down as well for that added 22% damage resistance and 8 leadership increase. And it looks like getting away a little bit is going to be the Slan Mage of Fire. He's going to be able to roll a little bit dirty here. Looks like Takoyaki is going to be having a decisive victory here with the Lizardmen. A nice banishment coming in the pocket here as well on top of the Council Guard. Oh, that's a gorgeous banishment there. Some really nice damage going on the Council Guard Storm Vermin. Fantastic stuff. GG indeed. Really well played here to Zombie Quest. Coming through as a really new player. It's very nice to see him playing very well here today. Coming up against a formidable opponent in Takoyaki. And it looks like here, Deathmaster getting 66. 130 here for the Plague Priest. Frontline struggling just a little bit, but 230, 140, and 200 for the Clan Rat Spears. 680 for the Council Guard Storm Vermin. 200 for the Rattling Guns, Warlock Giselles 900 and 477, with 480 here from the Poison Wind Mortars. 130 for the Wolf Rats with Poison, 486 as well as 366, 550, and 409 here for the Rat Ogres. Slan Mage, looks like here with the fire, he got 1.8k. Very good there from the Slan Mage, very good indeed. Shield of the Old Ones and all the extra good stuff that he does come with. Looks like 100, 620, 200, and 400 here for the Skin Cohorts. The Javelin variants with 350, 760 here. I really like the Javelin variants, they are just so good. I mean, 760 is just exceptional work. Really, really good. And you can see they can only do 600, and then if you also include 3 volleys of Javelins, oh, so good, so good. Looks like 100 damage value here for the Saurus Warriors, 1,100, 270 as well, with 230, 350, and 400 here for the Chameleon Skinks, 1,100, 550, 880, and 720 here from the Cold One Riders. Really, really good shock cavalry there, good armor piercing, good stats, good speed, good armor as well, just good overall in general for their price pool, I feel like. 144 and 170 here from the Pterodon Riders. Very good indeed. And very impressive stuff from Zombie. Very, very impressive. So there's going to be a 2-1 victory here to Takoyaki. He will be going through to the final, and really well played to Zombie Quest. Still going away with 150 points. So very good indeed. So we will be having Riffle Shuffle and Takoyaki here in the final. It's going to be Takoyaki to ban and pick in this best of 5. So we should be here up on Dwarf Outskirts. Really like this map. Really like this map. One of my favorite maps here in competitive. We're going to be having... Okay, I can pick a ban. Just give me 2 seconds, guys, and I'll be right with you. Just quickly sort out the admin here. Give you a nice picture to look at as well. Let's go with Thork Ironbrow, and yeah, let's get the Slayer out there as well. Some nice pictures there. So let's go here. We'll redo this. And we'll put Riffle Shuffle. Perfect. Perquay. So it looks like here, yeah, there we go, we're set. Lovely jubbly. Alright, let's join in with you guys. Take over to pick and ban. So Lizardmen, banning High Elves and Dark Elves. Okay. These are very interesting bans. So I think Vampire Pirates would be the perfect counter here. I think they really struggle against Vampire Pirates. But it all depends if Riffle Shuffle can play Vampire Pirates. I don't know. Skaven could be a nice counter as well. I think you have to go just loads of Warlock Giselles. I think you just have to go like 4 units of Warlock Giselles and just shoot everything at all times. You just have to shoot the front line as much as you can. Really aid the front line where you can. 2 units of Globes as well, and just really aid in the front. I think actually also lots of Clan Rats. I think Clan Rats are better than the Skaven Slaves. They're going to hold. They're going to do a little bit better. So I think it could be nicer. Could be nicer indeed. Let's have a look here. I can imagine CA giving away Lizardman Magic Laws as FLC the same way they did to Empire. Yeah, maybe. If you know builds, Skaven have 5 bad matchups. Norska, Beastmen, Chaos, TK, Wood Elves. And Beastmen Chaos can... I always ban VC and Chaos. I think VC is a particularly bad matchup in my opinion. These men haven't Spirit. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I think that is stupid considering they taught the elves, and the elves taught the humans Winds of Magic. I think it's really silly that they don't know all the Winds of Magic. Slans are better spellcasters than smelly elves. Fair enough. Logic, RE poison changes. How has friendly fire poison damage been stopped? So there is no friendly fire poison. It stopped in the last DLC. So that's what made Bretonnia so strong, is the fact they can take really cheap poison, and essentially you can't affect your own troops with it. You can't poison yourself, right? With arrows. That changed in the last one. So there's still no friendly fire poison. So there's still no friendly fire poison going through, which is what made poison quite so powerful for units or factions such as Bretonnia. And the fact that poison is going to bring over nerf, that's going to pretty hard. It's going to nerf pretty hard there for Bretonnia. How are elves smelly when they sit literally on their toilet seats? I mean, I agree. I mean, you can't argue with that factual statement. You can't argue with it. Noki plus double gunnery whites, even first timers can play that. I mean, yes, but I think VP in general is tough. So it looks like Riffle Shuffle will be going with Skaven. Now, the sort of thing I want to see from him in this particular match, I know we're going to be on outdoor outskirts. This has got a lot of trees. This has got a lot of terrain. It is going to be pretty painful. I would like to see 2 globes. I'd like to see 4 Watlops. I'd also like to see maybe Well, that would be fine. Summons as well, lots of clam rats. Maybe some rattling guns, if you can afford it. Ask goblins. Yeah, so there's no friendly fire on that poison there, Krell. Yeah. You will do damage to yourself if you shoot yourself, but you won't get poisoned yourself. That was a change there in that mechanic. Strange bands from Takoyaki. Well, yeah, it also depends how Takoyaki has been playing. You know, it depends what he sort of played against. Not everywhere in the world agrees on what is powerful and what isn't. In my personal opinion, I think Vampire Pirates are a perfect counter here against Lizardmen, for sure. So this is going to be game 1 of the final. We were doing a best of 5 here, so if we do pop through here to BattleMania Season 4, Week 3, we'll be going on to Dwarf Outskirts, Pillar of Bone, Shimmer's Ward, Alpine Ridge, and the Blood Pine Woods. They're going to be the 5 games in the final here, and the winner will be going away with 250 points. Now, if we do go on the past here, and we do look at the current points that people have obtained to get through to the finals, roughly 325 is the average for the lowest player to get through into 8th place. So getting 250 points here puts you somewhere in the region of about 85% of the way there. So pretty much a win, and then just another competition to play in with 300 points. 300 points has got people in the final before as well, but 350 was the first one. So if you got 350 in the first one, I believe it was in 350, and then 2 300s got you into the final. So it all changes. It all changes, but roughly 300 to 350 points in that radius will get you. We'll guarantee you a slot there in the final. So both players are ready. So let's hop into this. Good microwave poison wind mortars win this matchup. They're too expensive for me, in my opinion. I think going wider is better because you need more assistance in that front line. I mean, that's my experience. I'm not the best Skaven player. Please be aware of that. I'm always fascinated to see different metas coming out of different regions. No, 100% Bridlington. 100%. I could totally agree with that. I love that indeed. Yeah, and everybody has their own different opinions as well. You know, like I think Fanatics are pretty strong here in the current meta, but there are lots of people that think that Fanatics are pretty well balanced. There's nothing wrong with them. They don't need any changing. Whilst there are others that really disagree with that. So it looks like here we are going to have some Cold One Riders. I think this is going to be a roughly similar build. I think we have 4 Cold One Riders. Oh no, it's going to change quite a bit. Okay, so we have quite a few changes. So we are going to have some Skin Cohort Javelins. It looks like 2 units of those. Let's have a look here. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of the Feral Cold Ones. Where we have some Saurus Warriors with shields in the front. Some more Skin Cohorts to get nice and quickly around the flanks. We'll be having Lord Mazdamundi. He will be coming here with the banishment. No Ruination of Cities, which is really interesting. I kind of also like that. And the reason it's going to be, it's a simple reason. As Ruination of Cities, you can't really predict it as well as you can banishment, for example. But Shield of the Old Ones, Apotheosis, Net of Amantok, Cold-Blooded, and the Greater Arcane Conduit. We'll be having the Salamander Hunting Packs, which are very good there. They have 125 range, good fire damage, and also good bonus for large missiles. Almost perfect here at taking down nice big beasties. I'm going to be having 4 units of those. I'm pretty sure you can have 4 units. I think you can have 4, not 5. So here from the Lizardmen, from the Lizardmen, here from the Skaven, we are going to have Poison Wind Mortars in the front, Skaven Slaves, the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers, which in my opinion are really underrated. I really like them for 500. They're a good strong infantry choice here in my opinion. We're also going to have Skaven Slaves, Clanrat Spears, Poison Wind Globes, looks like we have some Rat Ogres in the back. Looks like 3 units of those bad boys. Natty Bobo Sharpshooters, Skaven Slave Spears. We're also going to have the Ishka's Triads. I really do like Eshin Triads here in this matchup. And we're also going to be having an Assassin. So the Assassin here will be supporting the Plague Priest. So So he will be on top of his nice bell. He will be having the Arcane Conduit, Warpstone Scroll, Vermintide, the dreaded 13th spell, Unholy Clamour, as well as Scorch and Plague Rash. So they will have the Rival High Talisman and Assassin's Trophy as well here for the nice Assassin. I think here probably Grey Seer Plague is probably the best pick here for the Skaven in my opinion overall of all Lord choices. I believe the best Legendary Lord in my opinion is going to be Lord Skrulk. I think Lord Skrulk is the best Legendary Lord selection. As you can see here, I think what we're going to be seeing, we're going to be... Concealment Bombs. These guys move quickly. 48 speed, moving pretty fast forward to the front here. They're also going to be concealing. They're also going to be sealing themselves here quite nicely. Shots are going to come through up against the Salamander Hunting Packs. Really nice AP here though from the Natty Bobo Sharpshooters. Poisonman Globes. They're going to be smashing in the front here. They're going to miss quite a bit. It did catch there on the Skink Cohorts. So as long as you hit one, you will be getting that value there over time. Shots are still going to be piling into the Salamander Hunting Packs, and this is where you need to micro these over into this direction. The full force is going to come around to the right. Poison Wolf Rats are very close, but the Feral Cold ones are also ready to intercept. Looks like here the Ishka's Triads are going to be in the back. What's going down here? I'm not too sure. Is that going to be negative armor? I wasn't too sure what that was. Ishka's Triads are going to move in nice and quickly. These bad boys want to get into the back. They want to use their anti-large as well as their Weeping Blades. That's going to be the decoy. Lovely. That's a really nice decoy there. So that's going to just be running in this direction. But it's like 2 units of Cobalt Marauders have been left behind. Very interesting. As you can see, they are going to be shooting into the front line. You're going to be hitting here up against the Feral Cold ones, doing some good damage. Probably trying to see if they can rampage them into some spears. Because like here we have the Skaven Slaves. They're going to fight here up against the Skink Cohort Javelins. And lovely flaming attacks here coming out of the Salamander Hunting Packs. In the front, we're going to have some very nice Globadier shots going into the Saurus Warriors. And you really want as much support here for the front line as you can. As you can see here, you're going to see Skink Cohorts beating up against Clanrat Spears. It looks like here we are going to have a Storm Vermin summon here, which is actually going to be an explosion spell, but also summon Storm Vermin. Unholy Clamour is going to go down, and it looks like here they are going to be pushing onto Lord Mazdamundi. They are going to be anti-large, armor piercing, and very, very good indeed. As you can see here, they will be having that direct damage as they're unbinding, but they should be able to hold pretty well here up against Mazdamundi and do some good damage. In comes the Assassin. Can we put Trophy Heads down? I'm not too sure. He doesn't come with Weeping Blades, so no negative armor, but that's not really too important here. I haven't seen Assassin's Trophy go down. I'd like to see Assassin's Trophy go in here. Netta Vamptok has pinned him in. Looks like you're not going to be getting away with that. Ooh, fantastic Scorch here coming down up against the Skink Cohorts. And Poison Wind Globes are going to be coming in the pocket, and they're going to be shooting here up against the Cold One Riders. Right Ogres are going to get hit as well for that damage. As you can see here, it's going to break the Cold One Riders. Very nice work there. As we can see, the Ishka's Triad is going to be fighting up against Saurus Warriors with shields. Things like here, we are going to get some Feral Cold ones. They're going to be charging into the back here up against the brilliant Skaven Slaves and the nice Spears. But in the front, nice and protected, are going to be the Natty Bobo Sharpshooters. Now this is an excellent example here of how to play the Skaven, and there's just layers upon layers upon layers of Skaven everywhere. And that is a fantastic game here coming from Riffle Shuffle, one of the best Skaven performances I've seen in a while. That was a really nice performance. 375 for the Grey Seer Plague, as well as 100 here for the Assassin. Not too much for the front line, indeed. 180 there, 105, 100 here for the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers, 230 for the Ishka's Triads, 900, 773 here for the Poison Wind Globes. Just shows their value already. 1.2 here. I do apologise. 1.2 here for the Poison Wind Mortars as well. And also we're going to get 1,000 for the Natty Bobo Sharpshooters, 350 here for the Poison Wolf Rats, it's like 430, 520, and 280 here for the Rat Ogres. Mazdamundi 130, got a little bit isolated there, he was a little bit out on his own. I kind of preferred his first build, if I'm honest. I think he tried to switch it up because the first one was on stream, so yeah. But it looks like 150, 100, yeah, the front line did struggle, 200 as well for the Javelins, 175, 188. The difference was going to be, right, that before these were getting like 700, whilst now their maximum is going to be like 190. So, you know, you can see the difference there in change. But 177, 118, and 300 for the Source Warrior Shields. 72, yeah, nothing here from the Feral Cold ones. 225, 270 for the Cold ones. 250, 130, 280, 228, and 37 here for the Salamander Hunting Packs. Salamander Hunting Packs really couldn't find a home, unfortunately. They were trying to search for something, but they never really found anything of value to shoot into, which was also probably part of the problem. So you're going to be going on to Pillar of Bone. So it looks like Lizardmen, Ban, Dawi, and Skaven. Interesting, there's a Dawi ban in there. Yeah, I think Vampire Pirates is the correct way to play this. For sure. GG's indeed, that was a great game. Let's hop in with you guys, see what we're saying. Ding dong. Yeah, love the bell indeed. What a win. Not convinced by the Salamanders and the Cold ones so far. Salamanders, no. Salamanders didn't find a home. I preferred the first build, if I'm honest. Much better at getting around the flanks and shutting down most of that back line. But I think the back line was better distributed there by Riffle Shuffle, for sure. How much Skaven versus Lizards are we gonna get? Yeah, I think it's a common counter, right? It's a common counter. So I think Chaos is a nice pick as well, but I think if you don't go Vampires here, I don't know. I just think Vampires are just the perfect case. They're number one pick in my opinion. But it's my opinion. It's my opinion. I think they just do what Dawi do, but with more gun line and wider. They also have access to anti-large armor piercing infantry that's pretty cheap. That also has infiltration to hit possibilities. Knockers that can just shoot chaff as well. You know, unlimited. I don't think. Oh, he has picked. What is it, Chaos? Yeah, that is surprising. That is surprising. I just think max gunline there, just there's nothing you can do. Like handgunners, like what are you gonna do? Bats as well in the sky, like they just destroy. Yeah, Takoyaki doesn't have the same counter picks as us. I believe he's further from the around from the Asian community, where I think they have a very different opinion of how the game plays out, which is just fair enough. You know, people play very differently depending on where they are, what clan they're part of as well. Like, you know, builds that I see here from XMT are different from what I see from VM, different from what I see from RTK. You know, different builds everywhere here. And ODM for that matter as well. You know, ODM have their own stuff. And, you know, there's different success at different levels, and, you know. Yeah, the Salamanders are 950 each, and the fact is they couldn't find a home. They couldn't find one. I also thought that he wasn't quite aggressive enough with them. I think if there's nowhere really to shoot, you've got to get aggressive and shut down that back line. I think Riffle Shuffle just... I think the micro here was so good from Riffle Shuffle that it kind of took Takoyaki by surprise. And he kind of got his head lost in the game. And what you can do is, like, sometimes if you're losing like in quite a few places at the same time, sometimes you've just got to... The one thing I've ever seen about some of the greatest players that I've ever watched is if you're going to lose somewhere, sometimes these guys just accept. They're going to... Let's say we've got two flanks here, right? We've got the middle flank in the middle, we've got left and right. So if you're losing here with this stars on the left-hand flank, some elite players would go, I've lost that battle. I cannot win that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to win this right side. I'm going to go over here, I'm going to focus my micro on this, I'm going to make sure I get the maximum value I can here to counteract this loss. Because otherwise, if you try and fight all the losses on the battlefield, you know, you could end up losing all of them, which is what I think Takoyaki happened with him. He was just losing battles everywhere, panicked a little bit, went, ah, damn. And then sort of like nothing synergized together here. How are we doing, Harrowback? A variety is Warpstone of Life. Yeah, but still on solar engines are nice. Indeed, still on solar engines are nice. I just thought he didn't want to bring the same build because it had already been seen on live stream. Low AP doesn't help the Sallies. No, but the fire damage is nice against certain factions, for sure. Certain regenerating factions and undead is really nice. You know, it's really good up against the Wood Elves. Really good up against most undead factions. If not all of them, actually. I can't see a matchup they're bad in for the undead. Obviously, they'll get shot by... Maybe TK, just getting shot by you sharp the Great Bow. But that's correct. AP, like, low AP doesn't help them, for sure. Hopefully we have Chaos done prouder than I could do yesterday. Well, I mean, I didn't help you there, I'll be honest. I didn't help you. But like 1-2 more Giselles would be better, I think. I like the build. I think maybe 2 Giselles might have been nice there. But I think it was played excellently. I think, you know, the Warlock Giselles... I think... You know, I always say it better, like, I like 2 or 3. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3. Maybe you are correct. Maybe you are correct. Sally's good versus Chaos too. Yeah, I think you're going to need Marauder Cap. I think you're going to need it. I can actually see the max on Barbs here in this matchup. I could certainly see the max on Barbs doing quite well. I think they're a bit expensive for what they do, but I can see them doing okay. Razordons can certainly counter skirmish cavalry. They're not super quick, but... Yeah. I expect you're going to see 4 Marauder Horsemasters and 2 Horsemen. Or maybe even 2 Throwing Axes. Probably 2 Throwing Axes, if I'm honest. 2 Throwing Axes, 4 Marauder Horsemasters, more than likely. Would be a common thing I see here. Alright, so in the front line, Chaos Marauders, Great Weapon Warriors as well, Chaos Marauders, Chaos Warrior Great Weapons, Chaos Marauders, Chaos Warriors Halberds, and Chaos Warrior Great Weapons. Sigvold on the floor, coming with everything by the looks. You have Auroric Armor, Slippery, Heroic Killing Blow, and Stand or Die, as well as Chaos Chariots, 2 units of those bad boys. Very good anti-infantry, 110 armor, very difficult to slow down. We're going to have 3 units of the Marauder Hunter Throwing Axes, 70 range, the lowest you're going to have of all 3 variety. We're going to have 2 units of the Ferromanticores in the sky, and we'll also be having the Chaos Sorcerer of Death. We'll be having Spirit Leech, the Shield of Scrolling, and also Life Leeching. Very interesting army, very interesting, I like it. For the Lizardmen, we are going to have the Saurus Warrior Shields. Saurus Warrior Shields, so there's like 4 of those. Croxagores in the pocket as well to aid with a little bit more AP and anti-infantry. Cohort Sotate for that unbreakable status. Skin Cohort Javelins, 2 of these in the pocket as well. And Skin Cohort in the back, as well as the Cold One Spear Riders. Looks like here we are going to have a Feral Carnosaur, one of them here, obviously with Frenzy. Is that just going to be 2 of them? I think more likely just 2 of them here. Where did they go? Oh, they're still in the trees? No. So we're going to have some Cold One Spear Riders, and we are going to have a Slant Mage Priest of Life. So we'll be having Banishment, Shield of the Old Ones, Armor of Quitzel, Regrowth, Earthblood, Cold-Blooded, Greater Arcane Conduits, and Life Bloom. So we are going to have a Saurus Scar Veteran on 1, who will come with Cold-Blooded and all the nice normal stats. And then we should have another Carnosaur, which... I thought we had 2 Carnosaurs, I could be wrong. Yeah, we do have 2 Carnosaurs, nice. And a Feral Carnosaur. So Spirit Leech going down here on top of the Saurus Scar Veteran. Let's get forward here, and let's get into it. So he's going to be charging forward. Maybe he's going to come here after the Great Weapons. Yeah, I don't think that's a smart one. He's got 95 armor, playing pretty safe here. They're both going to be anti-large armor piercing, so going to have some very good stats here in general. Javelin's going to be coming into the back here, trying to see if they can poison up against the Halberdiers. We are going to get the Croxagores coming and fighting those. They're going to be pretty good at dealing some damage up against the Croxagores though. But Croxagores do need to fight inside Saurus Warriors, otherwise they take just a little bit too much damage. Shield of the Old One's going down, very nice. You can deal with these nice and quickly. 8 here from the Saurus Guard Veteran. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Thank you very much. Alright, so Shield of the Old One's going down here. We are going to have Coxagors with Saurus Warriors. So there's going to be a banishment going on the Chaos Warriors with the Halberds. So some nice damage going down there. Really nice damage coming on the Chaos Warrior Halberds. That's some really good stuff. I really like the Coxagors here fighting alongside the Saurus Warriors. It just really helps negate a lot of that damage coming on the Coxagors. But I'm going to be fighting in the pocket here up against the Ferromanticores. They really stand no chance here. Armor of Quetzal going down. Anti-large armor piercing from the Feral Carnosaurs. Healing also going to be coming out of the Slant Mage as well. One has Rampage though, so you do have to be careful. And look here, the armor piercing cohort Sotek have managed to deal with some of the nice Marauders with great weapons, and the throwing axes here are going to be shooting into the nice Cold One cavalry. We are going to have Javis here dealing with the very naked Lord of Horsemen throwing axes, and in the pocket here we're now going to have the cohort Sotek will probably refuse to die to do some good damage over here. So we have shattered one of the Chaos Ferromanticores, and we now are going to be having the double Carnosaurs here fighting up against Prince Sigvold. We are going to have the Scroll of Shielding going down, as well as the Slar Mage Priest, Chaos Marauders, and Skin Cohorts fighting here in the middle. And we are going to get another Spirit Leech here going down on the Saurus Scar Veteran. And a nice charge here in the back from the Chaos Sorcerer. I think this is going to be pretty even here. I just don't think there's going to be Sigvald's going to be enough to deal the damage. There is going to be an Overcast Healing here going down whilst they do try and finish off the last Chaos Ferromanticore. Once this Ferromanticore is done, there's nothing to support Sigvald at all. We still have lots of throwing axes. Those throwing axes are going to be going in the pocket here up against these Saurus Warriors. They're a little bit isolated on their own. We are now going to lose the Skin Cohort Javelins. Both of the Carnosaurs are going to be doing some good work here in the pockets. And they should, in no time, shatter the Chaos Ferromanticore. Manticore has broken. Really surprised that hasn't shattered. It's going to be negative 55 leadership there. I don't know how that didn't shatter. But looks like here we're still going to be getting Rolling Dirty here. The Slar Mage Priest is going to be coming into the pocket, and he's just going to be aiding all the boys here. Another Spirit Leech going down on the Coxagors. Good work there. And it looks like the Saurus Scar Veteran and the Feral Carnosaur are going to be doing some... just wanting to stay away here from the throwing axes. Looks like we have Rampage using the Saurus Warriors with shields. Looking pretty even here. Just need to deal with these throwing axes. Going down are going to be the Chaos Warriors with Halberds. They're going to be dying there pretty quickly. Looks like we have Rampage using the Feral Carnosaur. Not too sure what he's fighting here. I can't actually see what he's... Is he actually fighting anything? Oh yeah, so he's going to be fighting Chaos Warriors that have been terrified. So it looks like a standard die gone down for Prince Sigvold and the Chaos Warrior Halberds as they do fight here up against the Skin Cohorts. Armor of the Quetzal going down. That's actually going to get some nice armor and melee defense here for the Skin Cohorts as well as the Saurus Warriors. A nice Shield of the Old Ones is going to cover at least 5 units here. That's a very nice Shield of the Old Ones. Saurus Warriors here are going to be fighting with Coxagors up against the Chaos Warriors with the great weapons. They should be able to chew through nice and quickly. In comes the Carnosaur, and he's certainly going to help rip and cause some terror here. No immune to psychology here for the Chaos Warriors with great weapons. They should be able to get pushed off pretty quickly. Yeah, nice terrifying going down there. And the only one that left that will be having immune to psychology will be Sigvold. So balance of power is going to be even. That really surprises me. That really surprises me. Healing is going to go down on the Feral Carnosaur. Regrowth there. That's amazing. Really nice regrowth. 1,392 HP coming back. Can he chase up against the Chaos Sorcerer of Death? 75 speed going up against 78. Charge bonus as well. Oh, big hit going down there on the Chaos Sorcerer. He has been terrified. He's been eaten alive here. But a nice Spirit Leech to counteract that regrowth. He will be going off here, and that's really going to shift balance of power. There's a fantastic damage there on the hero. He will be gone here for the rest of the game. But unfortunately, you are going to be leaving your Slan. He will have some protection with the Coxagors, but it's not too much if you ask me. Coming in the back here, we are going to have the Carnosaur dealing some damage up against the Chaos Chariots. They have 78 speed, so they should be able to get away from the Saurus Scar Veteran with only 75. Okay, a little bit late coming through there. Looks like here they are going to be chasing. Just going to be chasing up against these chariots. It looks like here the Marauder throwing axes are going to be fighting up against the Saurus Warriors. Cold-blooded on those, fighting up against Prince Sigvold as well. Not much armor here for the cavalry, but if you do leave Sigvold on his own, these boys can certainly do some damage. They do have 52 weapon strength, so they can certainly do some work up against Sigvold if they do punch through that melee defense. They do have a very low melee attack of 29 though, so it is difficult. Harmonic conversions can be quite nice, but obviously the Slime Mage won't have access to that. Coming back in is going to be the Chaos Warriors with great weapons. It looks like we are going to have some Marauder, the throwing axes here without ammunition, might get some good charges here. And for the trade-off of coming after the Chaos Chariots, which you're not guaranteed you can catch, you are going to be losing some Saurus Warriors for free, and more than likely another unit as well. So while you're chasing chariots, unfortunately you're going to be losing some very key infantry here in the middle. Saurus Warriors here are going to be fighting up against the Chaos Marauders. They should be able to clean up shop here, but you are going to get cycle charging from the Horsemen and also the Chaos Marauders. So they could do some pretty good work here, but they are going to be getting charged. They are going to get hit pretty hard from behind as well. That should cause them to break. If they have broken, that's going to be 2 units of infantry gone here for free. You will be able to collect crew here, but unfortunately these Chaos Chariots, as long as they're micro correctly, should be able to get out of here. Looks like one has gone down. No, one's still going to be alive there. Well, could we nip at the ankles though, is the question. So it looks like there was a whip and a Terrify. Fantastic. So they might go off the edge of the map here. Not too sure. We're going to be a little bit slow here. It's going to be the Slime Mage Priest of Life. He's going to be having 34 speed. We have 40 here for Prince Sigvald. And they are going to have to come back here and protect the Slime. Coming back are going to be the Chaos Chariots. One here is being dealt with, as you can see. A little bit of lag here, but he should be getting dealt with pretty convincingly, and incoming is the rest of the forces. The ammunition is getting wasted here up against these shattered units of Saurus Warriors with shields. So we want to make sure these guys aren't on fire to wood at the end, because they need those throwing axes here to take down the Feral Carnosaur. The throwing axes here are going to come in the pocket here up against the Croxigors. Actually, maybe going after the Croxigors is a little bit nicer. If you could take out models, obviously that lowers that HP pool. There is going to be an Earthblood going down. That is going to hit all 4 of them. That's a very nice Earthblood there. That's going to be 336 healing for all units considered. And we are going to have a shield of the older one. 22% damage resistance, plus 8 leadership as well. It's going to be very handy. Slippery, heroic killing blow, as they all do fight here up against Sigvald. Now, the one nice thing about Sigvald is he does have Perfect Vigor, immune to psychology, and all the other good things, including Strider, which means he can fight on all sorts of terrain with 100% capacity. The Carnosaur here is going to be getting slapped just a little bit, and so is the secondary one as well. Not much damage going down up against Sigvald either. So let's get a little bit of a look at Sigvald. If I can get on Sigvald. Prince Sigvald is going to be having 1,100 HP left worth of regeneration. Now we're getting a couple of hits in. Melee defense is still at 84. Looks like stand or die maybe going down here. It's going to be down to 60 now. He's going to have 1.1k worth of health left. Can he regen enough, though, is the question. Throwing axes are going to be piling in there up against the Croxigors. 1,050 left for him, so that should be him with his healing cap coming through very, very soon. Balance of power is going to be in Riffle Shuffle's favour here with the Lizardmen. Throwing axes have been utilised. Cycle charging now must come in. We need as much cycle charging as possible. This is too much wasted time for cycle charging. You're going to be taking too much damage here on Prince Sigvald. Charging is going to come up against the very nice Croxigors, but they have very good mass, and being charging uphill as well is going to be a little bit painful. They're going to take a lot of damage in return. Another Earthblood is going to go down. You need to continuously cycle charge here. You've got some good Chaos Chariots. You also have some good infantry as well. Charging coming in from Takoyaki to really try and aid here. A Banishment is going to go down in the pocket, and that's really going to aid in removing a lot of this very nice and cheap cap. Banishment has managed to do some good damage and terrify the throwing axes, so they have broken now. That's really nice from them. It looks like the others were terrified as well, and looks like some Chaos Brawlers are going to be wavering indeed. It looks like here Sigvald is still going to be fighting to his top of his capacity. He's going to be hitting pretty hard here up against the Carnosaurs. We do have a shield of the other ones going down as well, negating that damage resistance, and also coming in with that +8 leadership. Sigvald kind of just needs to focus down one of the large entities, really, and maybe go for the Feral Carnosaur, see if you can rampage him and continuously force him to engage. It looks like it is going to be done here. I think Sigvald will be breaking relatively quickly. He's going to have some pretty good stats considering, so inspired by ability and charging, so he's going to have that plus thanks to stand or die and heroic killing blow. Seems like he is going to get charged and cycled here from the Feral Carnosaurs. Big charges coming through there. Just Dino Rampage here in the middle pocket. And it looks like that could be the it for the forces here. A little bit interesting to see there's not as much cycle charging as I would have expected. Looks like all three are going to come in for the cycle charge now. Yeah, so some good hits going down here, some really nice work. Things are going to be wavering though, and there's going to be a lot of damage here taken on the horseman. That is shifting balance of power. It's now going back here towards the middle. Very difficult to say. It's very, very difficult to say. Sigvald was hit there really nicely, and that could be the game. Sigvald breaks, it's over. Yes, GG's, and well played. GG's indeed. How are we doing, JG? How are we doing, buddy? Nice to see you here in the chat today. Hope it's going well. The glorious Dowie are intruding on this match. Alright, so we got 1.48 here from the Slar Mage Priest of Life. We've got 1,870 for the Saurus Scar Veteran. 200 with 700, 630, 660 and 390 for the Saurus Warriors with shields. So pretty good overall from that front line. Roughly what you should be expecting here from them. 700 here for the cohort of Sotek. 410 with 500 for the Skink cohort javelins. Very good at doing some really good damage here up against the Chaos Marauders. Lovely javelins in there as well, and then get some good work in and around, just trying to do as much damage up against this lightly armored infantry as possible. 230 here for the Coldborn Spear Riders, anti-large armor piercing, with 1,300 from the Croxagors, 2,456 here for the Feral Carnosaur. Yeah, very good stuff indeed. Feral Carnosaur did very well. Feral Carnosaur did very well. So Prince Sigvald here, 2,961. Very nearly a backpack carry there, with 960 here for the Chaos Sorcerer of Death. Unfortunately, they're throwing him there in the middle stages was really unfortunate. But 360, 517, 320, and 220 here for the Chaos Marauders. Very well for themselves there. Sorry, probably averaged about 350 to 400. So 88 for 880. 540, 800 as well here from the Chaos Warrior Great Weapons. Probably slightly a little bit under their mark. It looks like here the Howard's getting 470. 470 and 750 for the Chaos Chariots. 420 and 500 here for the Chaos Pharaoh Manticores. I see what they tried to do, but I think here actually maybe trying to see if they could use them a little bit more of mobile infantry to deal with infantry on the mobile side of things. Might have been a little bit nicer. 1,000 here from the Marauder Horsemen, 1,760. Really nice start from the throwing axes. I believe cost in the region of about 625, if I'm correct. Yeah, very close game indeed. Fantastic game from these two. What we'll do, yeah, thank you for the messages, guys. Sorry, yeah. Oh, welcome. Somebody else has joined the Discord. All right. So let's change the scores here. Scores on the doors are going to be 2-0 here. The map now is going to be, let me double check. I believe it's Shimmer's Ward. Shimmer's Ward it is. Do like Shimmer's Ward, it's a nice map. So let's go to Shimmer's Ward. Shimmer's Ward, map is set. So Shimmer's Ward, and it should be Riffle, Shuffle to ban and protect. No, or is it Taco? I think it's Takoyaki. Yeah, it's Takoyaki. No. Yeah, it is Takoyaki. Okay, I thought so. All right, we need a Taku comeback. Well, what are you guys thinking? Are we thinking on the reverse sweep? What do we think? Does Logic like never update the wins and losses? Yeah, I'll just update it. 2-0. I see what you guys are saying. So yeah, there's going to be some nice changes coming forward. I don't think there's going to be... There's not much there for chaos in that matchup. Is there anything coming from the Lizardmen? So the ROR, obviously if we go from that matchup, if you do think about the ROR Carnosaur that's coming forward here, the triple gold chevron, that could be quite nice in this matchup. The main attribute is it has Vanguard. I don't really know if that's too helpful there, but having it triple gold as well as not being able to rampage is quite nice. You're having a little bit more control over that unit that's anti-large with lots of good items as well. Oh, 600 is it, Corel? Oh, perfect, thank you. I thought it was about 625, but 600 makes sense. But yeah, that could be something else that comes in that could be quite nice in this matchup. At least tie it up. Give us one more game. Ooh, we'll have to see. I think Takoyaki, if anybody, has it in the pocket. But looks like a ban Wood Elves Empire. He didn't say what he picked. Did he? I'll pick VP. So I think a good comfortable counter here. High Elves. Yeah. Or Dawi. Yeah. How did I forget? Okay. This is good. Hopefully he's still in chat. Hopefully we still have hopefully we still have the man in here. Where is he? Hopefully we still have Parkerilla in here. Parkerilla, you're about to get the match you wanted. So we're going to get the Dawi here up against Mr. Takoyaki with the Vampirates. Man, I want to cry. Where are my elves? No elves today. This is a no elf stream. For you, sir. For you. For your cheeky comments. Alright, so guys, we are going to go into game 2. Obviously, I've tried to stream every single day this week. So I'm pretty tired. I won't lie. If it's not obvious. If you do go onto my Discord, for anybody that is joined here today that's maybe new, maybe seeing all of this for the first time. So what I normally do on my channel, you'll see a stream timetable under Logic's content. So yesterday we did a King of the Hill. So for the last 5 days we did a Come At Me Bro, which is all of you guys played against me, and it was the Karas Anchor edition, so I just brought the Dawi, and you guys just came up against my Dawi. We did a King of the Hill, specific King of the Hill on Tuesday. We did a full Poland versus Karolok best of 7. And then we did a King of the Hill yesterday, which was a Randal's Gift and Autogen armies. A Randal's Gift. Randal's Gift, Autogen. That was pretty fun. So what I did was I used Randal's Gift to give everybody a faction and a lord. And then I used Autogen there just to build armies up for people. So I got some cool content like that coming forward as well. How are we doing for Poland? How we doing, buddy? How did your games go today? I'm with you, Zypher. If I had it my way, it would be all elves all the time. Gross elf lovers, indeed, Shetland, indeed. You stand strong, sir. You stand strong. These pointy-eared princesses don't know what it's all about. Well, who did you go up against today, Mr. Full Poland? Let's have a look. So Full Poland fought here up against Amos, and one against Amos, and then fought up against the clanmate in Dr. Jellyfish. So what happened between you and Jellyfish? What happened there? Gross elf lovers indeed. So yeah, if you guys do want to go check on there, I am trying to keep it as up to date as possible. I have some really nice content coming forward when the DLC comes out. There should be a vote going live tomorrow. There should be a vote going live tomorrow about a new huge tournament that I'm going to be organising. We also have the short bid tournament coming up. We have the BattleMania Week 4, which will be the final week here in this contest, and then we'll be having the BattleMania Invitational. The Invitational there, you'll be winning a DLC for second prize, and you'll be winning the Total War Warhammer 3 game if you do win. BattleMania, which should be pretty fun. So I believe the last wins have come from Void and Alec Rao. So Alec Rao and Void have won the titles. So, for the VP, let's get in here and let's get in there nice and close. So, some Vampire Pirates here. We have the deckhand mobs in the front. Looks like, my eyes deceive me. No, that's 5 units. Yeah, 5 units. We also have Depth Guard as well. So, it's like 2 units of Depth Guard and 2 units of the Pole Arms as well. We are going to be having the Vampire Fleet Captain with the pistols on the floor. We'll be having the Black... Oh, I've not seen that before. But we'll also be having the Dance Macabre, Invocation of Nehek, and the Drowned Dead. And in the back here, we're going to have 2 units of Sirens. 4 units of Sirens in total. Okay. We'll also be having a Queen Bess and also a Gunnery White. Gunnery White is going to be on foot with just more powder. Now, in the new game, as you can see here currently, Dwarfs will resist 25% of the magic damage here done by melee attacks from Sirens. In the Total War Warhammer 3, that is going to be changed here. That's not actually going to be effective. Melee attacks here and weapons will not count towards the magic resistance. It will be spellbound only. So for the Dawi, we are going to have some miners with the blasting charges in the front. And we're also going to be having the very nice Dwarf Warrior Great Weapons in the middle pocket with 1, 2, 3... units of Quarrelers, some more great weapons as well, with the Slayers in the background, 1, 2, 3 units of Slayers, also including the Dragon Black Slayers, with the Bugman Rangers, Master Engineers, looks like 2 of those, Dwarf Warriors, and also some more Bugman Rangers. In the middle, we are going to have Grombrindle, the White Dwarf, with that magic there. He will be coming with the Flash Bomb. Foe Seeker, Grombrindle has no fear, and all the excellent stats, including the magical attacks. Now, the only thing we are missing here in this matchup, in my personal opinion, is going to be the Peak Gate Guard. Now, the reason we're missing the Peak Gate Guard is the fact they do magic damage. It's a unit that can really screen out here up against Sirens, but it is expensive. So, you know, you can take it both ways. Perhaps here you just have to try and see if you can shoot them with Quarrelers or just maybe Fire Ring Tories. So we do have 2 Fire Ring Tories. They do fire and impute magic damage as well. So you can certainly deal with those units there as well. Queen Bess is going to be a problem, I think. Queen Bess is going to do a lot of damage here. Queen Bess also comes with quite a few interesting abilities. So the Bessie here, let's get a nice little look at Bessie. But Bessie is going to come with this ability here, which is Monstrous Impact. That's negative speed, lots of armor piercing, and flaming attacks. So it's, oh my god, look at the damage there on the Dwarf Warrior Great Weapons. Really good luck, have fun from both sides. Love to see that. Love to see very good, polite, and respective competition here. I like that. You know, respecting your opponents is a key thing of Warhammer here. We have such a lovely community. It's nice to see that people are being, you know, nice to each other here. And in a competitive manner as well. Oh my god, that's a truckload of damage. 18 kills off the bat there. Half damage here done on the Quarrelers. Queen Bess is just making some monstrous impacts here in the middle pocket. God damn, that is just destroying models everywhere. I mean, Queen Bess is 1.6k, but that literally fired straight like that. I don't know what happened there. That was some sort of glitch. But that killed some Dwarf Warrior Great Weapons as well. There's no other cannons over here, right? That one fired straight, I'm pretty sure. Unless my eyes deceive me. That one fired like a cannon. But that is going to come over the top. There's just been a truckload of damage here off the rip. That is pretty nasty for sure. Now, I think what I would have preferred... Bugman Rangers are very expensive at 800. Yeah, they do have regeneration. But I think just going wider with Rangers and Quarrelers would have been better, in my personal opinion, in this matchup. I just generally think that's better. Blasting Charges as well to deal with the front line. The only thing they can deal with Blasting Charges is Depth Guard. But even then, you don't want your Depth Guard going into Blasting Charges. Blasting Charges will deal with this infantry very quickly. Then you move your miners in to clean up crew, and then you push into the back and shut down. So it's certainly not over for the Dwarfs there. They've taken a lot of damage, but in come the Sirens. So if you get a nice good overview look here, Sirens should be able to come around the flank here. That's what they're not going to. You do have to have one Master Engineer on either side, so they can intercept the Sirens with a nice firing of Tory. I am very sure that fired straight. I am my eyes aren't deceiving me. That thing is firing like a cannon. But very interesting stuff. Looks like it is going to go in the air here. What are we going to target? I think this back line here is what you have to target. And what's it going to be going after? Is it coming after the Bugmans? No, it's going to smash straight in the pocket of the Quarrelers. And that is a tremendous explosive area there. That is disrupting so many units. Looks like there's going to be lots of shots going into the zombie pirate deckhand polearms. And here comes the magic from the Sirens. Now they also have that terror. So it's very good here with the terror, and they also have the lovely charm. Negative 9 melee attack. Firing a Tory absolutely deletes a unit of Sirens, though. Fantastic effort there coming in for the Master Engineer, but that is going to be a strong duration of time. In the back here, they are going to be aiding in the fight as well. Another firing Tory. Excellent work here coming from Riffle Shuffle. Just going to double check and see how long that takes to come back. Looks like here that it's going to be 90 seconds, so a minute and a half before we can use another one, which means the Sirens have a minute and a half here to try and do damage up against the rest of the force. So as we can see here, it looks like we do have the zombie pirates coming into aid as well. And something that can do pretty well up against these Sirens, actually, in my personal opinion, is Slayers. I think Slayers do pretty well. They have good stats in general, and here you just need good stats to hit through the melee defense. Even though they've got 75% of the physical resistance. Oh my god, that's so much damage. And the fire also lingers afterwards, so it's going to do damage over time here as well. So they're going to be taking damage there from that fire, and it will slow them down. But yeah, they're pretty good stats. They can actually just punch through that melee defense. So Dragonback Slayers having... they do have negative 9, but still 39 melee attack here up against 32 melee defense. So, yeah, you have 75% less damage, but you're actually going to do damage over time, and it's going to be consistent damage as well. So I think they are good counters. Having them like this is awful to see. You need to have them as flat like this. You need to have them as wide as possible, so these cannon shots don't do anywhere near as much as they have been. It looks like Gormbrindle here has gone absolutely berserk. He's just thrown himself in the back line here to do what he can. But guns here from the zombie pirate gunners. Looks like here we are going to fight up against a vampire fleet. Oh, very nice. Flashbomb going down. Big hit here on the Lord. As we can see, I didn't actually see Gormbrindle getting in the back, but he is now going to be fighting here. Shots are going to be hitting Gormbrindle straight in the side. Can he kill those? The question. Big hit there on the vampire fleet captain. Going to be down to 700 HP. You need another swing here. No, he's been caught here. He's been caught, and that's going to stop the melee attacks. That is going to allow the vampire fleet captain to get away. There will be Gormbrindle going down, and that could be really costly. In comes the Master Engineer. Can the Master Engineer get a pop-off, though, is the question. He is going to be aiming. Sights are going down. Big shot there. And looks like it does connect here, the vampire fleet captain. Big shots going down. Looks like it does hit the ladies. The ladies will be going down. Looks like we have Terrified, even though they have been shattered. Looks like we have Terrified still. Looks like we have Terrified yet again. No, we've broken the miners. We are going to get some shots, though, from the Bugman Rangers. A lot of it is going to be going down here, though. This is looking very scary. Balance of power is actually going to be really held up by this Queen Bess. The ammunition here is very key, and it's actually what's going to be holding the value here of this army. Gormbrindle is unbreakable. 300 HP left for him. He's going to be going hand-to-hand here up against the gunnery one, and that's not very good here for Takoyaki. Shots from the Queen Bess are going to be coming down the pocket, and it looks like... Is it coming over here? Yes, it is. Big shots there. Massive explosions on these Bugman Rangers. So much damage coming down here. Queen Bess is absolutely no joke. I've never seen the Queen Bess perform just this well. As we can see in the front line, we have the zombie pirate polearms, and also the Death Guard here fighting up against the Master Engineer and the Slayers. Now, the one really nice thing here about Death Guard is they do come with that hunger mechanic, which means whilst they're fighting in melee combat, they will actually be healing, as they are vampires, I believe. Or maybe they're not vampires, but maybe they just share a vampire trait. Are they actually vampires? I don't know. They might be vampires. I think they actually must be vampires. That's why they have that trait. Looks like there is going to be an invocation of the head going down. We have broken the Master Engineer. Really, he has a lot of health. I'm surprised he's broken. But yeah, it looks like he has broken there. There is going to be healing with the black going down as well here from the Vampire Fleet Captain. Going up to 1.3k here. It looks like it was an invocation of the heck that was assisting. We do have the Dragonback Slayers in the back here. And where are they going to go for? I think the Dragonback Slayers maybe just need to take care of the Queen Bess. I think take care of the Queen Bess and it should be fine. Balance of power is actually going to go into Takoyaki's favour. So there we go. Master Engineer is back. We have lost Gormbrindle. That is going to be negative leadership. Dwarf Warriors with great weapons are starting to come into the pocket. Dragonback Slayers are in the back here, aiding in the removal of the Queen Bess. Queen Bess is still going to be fighting. It does look like the Vampire Fleet Captain is trying to carve apart the Dragonback Slayers. Guns are coming in from the summoned zombie pirate deckhand gun mobs. And there we go. That looks like logs. But yeah, that is going to... it's actually going to hit the trees. Yeah, so shots still coming down the fire here. So the Titan Quarter is still shooting into the pockets here. Really trying to hit this infantry. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, really nice there firing of Tori going up against the zombie pirates. So we are going to have the Master Engineer. Can we kill the Gunnery White though? Or we're going to try and see if we can shoot this. It looks like it's going to be Gunnery White here up against the Master Engineer. 120 armor for the Master Engineer, 30 here for the Gunnery White. Lots of damage going down up against him as we are going to be shooting in using the double Master Engineer. He will be wavering here. That was a cannon shot. That was a cannon shot. That is not fair. Not fair there, VP. But it's like we are going to be shooting here into the Gunnery White. So he's going to shoot high in the sky this time. That is a glitch. That is really interesting. I've not seen that before. But big explosion there going down on the Bugmans. And we are going to be shooting here. The Vampire has gone down here. The Vampire Pirates. From the Gunnery White, he will be going here. Looks like the Slayer is going to have 12 health left. This one Slayer, can he fulfill his oath, is the question. Both the Gunnery Whites, if they just shoot here up against the Vampire Fleet Captain Pistol, should be GG's here in the pocket. Looks like the Dwarf Warrior Great Weapons are coming back in. We haven't managed to shut down the Queen Bess, but the Queen Bess has one lot of ammunition left. Once that is gone, that should be GG's here. It looks like the Depth Guard are going to be popping onto the Master Engineer, and that's really painful. That is really painful. This is going to be super close here. You need to get these Dwarf Warriors in as quickly as possible. Looks like they are going to be shooting here into the Depth Guard as well. Lots of shots coming in the Depth Guard. They have 90, but no shield, no missile resistance. We are going to be wavering the Master Engineer. He needs to get over here as quickly as possible. Aid must come from the Dwarf Warriors. Dwarf Warriors are inbound. They should be in the intercept. He has broken though. He has broken. They are going to be fighting. That will allow the Master Engineer to get away here. This is a super close game. Healing is going to go down for the Depth Guard. They shatter them almost instantly. I think this is going to be a win here for the Vampires. It looks like the Zombie Pirates are going to go down. Shots are coming into the Depth Guard. They must keep chasing this Master Engineer. They cannot give up on him. Oh no, if we lose the Master Engineer here, it's game over. It's game over if we lose him. They are going to be dying over time. This is a summon, right? There's no way that the Zombie Pirate deckhands are going to be this late in the game. This must be a summon. So they are going to be shooting. We need this Master Engineer. He has broken. This is painful. So we are going to have the Bugman Rangers fighting here up against the Queen Bess. We need the Bugman Rangers to heal. We need them to heal. Oh, balance of power shifted back there. What happened there? Oh, Master Engineer came back. Lovely. Shoot now into the Vampire Fleet Captain. You must shoot into the Vampire Fleet Captain. You need to bring back balance of power here, because she's going to shoot into you. Don't run away. You need to shoot. You need to shoot. Nah, he's going to be getting shot here. I don't know. I don't know if the Dowie have got this. The Master Engineer is going to come back into the pocket. They are going to be shooting the Depth Guard. I don't know if the Depth Guard are worth shooting, to be honest. You just need to take care of the Vampire Fleet Captain. Because she's going to hold all the balance of power now. Because they've got no healing left. They are fixed. She's not. She's not fixed. We are going to be losing the Queen Bess crew. So they are going to be going down. 500 HP. They are going to go into negative down. Negative 12. So they will be dying over time. So now just bring back your Bugmans. Don't let them hit you. You really don't want them to hit you if you can help it. Okay, so they could break them here. And that would be really painful to see. Yep, so they have shattered them. So that's a problem. They were going to die anyway. That was a bit of a loss there from Riffle Shuffle. Big punch there coming out on the Master Engineer. So he does fight up against the Vampire Fleet Captain. Balance of power now going to be going in the Dowie favour. This is a super close game here. One shot here could end it. So okay, he's going to be aiming down sight. Are we going to get the shot here that we need is the question. They're still going to be coming. 96 HP left for them. Shot does come down. I think, no, looks like we shattered here from them. Shots should be able to kill the Vampire Fleet Captain, hopefully. We are going to be losing the Depth Guard. Back are coming with the Queen Bess crew. They are going to be negative 38 leadership as well. 19 leadership for the Vampire Fleet Captain. What sort of range? We're talking 90 range for her, 180 for the Master Engineer. Master Engineer has more ammunition. Only one left here for the Vampire Fleet Captain. She's going to be juking left, right, and center. She certainly has the stats to win this. Master Engineer needs to land a shot. It looks like here we're going to be getting the Arcane Conduit for her going down. She's going to have 400 HP. If we get an invocation of the heck here or a summon, it is game over. He has to engage. You can't run. You can't run. You have to engage here. Oh, shot to the face. Fantastic. That is going to be negative on the leadership there. Big hit to the face. 5 leadership, and that is a win there for the Darwi. What a win. What a goddamn game. Excellent game here. God damn, what a game. Literally coming down from one Master Engineer up against the Vampire Fleet Captain. A 360 quick no-scope to the face here from that last Engineer to finish off the battle. Fantastic. Really, really good stuff. We're going to leave that Queen Bess to the end because that 307 kills, that's going to have some value on it. So it looks like here 1,800 for Grombrindle, and here we got 2,257 for the Master Engineer, 2,000 for the second one as well. 250, 275, and a 250 here for the miners with blasting charges. And looks like we got 160, 230, and 140 here for the Dwarf Great Weapons. 700 for the Slayers, 113 kills for 650, with 1,100 for the Dragonback Slayers, 970, 170, and 280 here for the Quarrelers, with 750 and 544 here for the Bugman Rangers. So really nice stuff there. It looks like we got 1,900 for the Vampire Fleet Captain Pistol, 960 here for the Gunnery White, with it looks like 290, 218, and 180 here for the Deckhand Mobs, 165, 316, and 100 here from the Zombie Pirate Deckhand Polearms, with 306, 350, 316, and 330 for the Sirens, with 1,200 for the Depth Guard, and 474 with the absolute MVP with 5,000 damage value. God damn, 40,700 damage dealt. That is incredible amount of value. 360 no scope finish indeed for opponent. 360 no scope, just absolutely teabagging there at the end with that cheeky little Engineer. What a cheeky little bastard, eh? What a cheeky bastard. But 5,007 damage value. God damn, what a finish. Yeah, that Queen Bess was absolutely decimating that army. I have never seen that much value from an artillery piece ever. Ever. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. GG's well played to these guys, man. What an absolute performance from both of them. So Riffle Shuffle will be winning today, and he will be getting the 250 points. Going in the final here with a 3-0 win. Fantastic from him. But Takayaki, of course, playing excellently well today. Had some really nice games and a strong 2-1 victory over Zombie Quest as well, who played excellent today, I must admit. Excellent performance. Riffle Shuffle, a really strong competitor here in the community. We'll be going forward with the full 250 points and a strong chance here of getting through to the final. So we'll end the tournament there. And what a fantastic tournament we've had today, guys. Thank you very much for the 31 players here that turned up today. Really awesome to have all of you guys here in the community playing. Can you manual fire and micro at the same time? How much do you think it was going to be there, Biblington? How much damage value did you think it was going to be then, Biblington? How can you not be rooting for VP here? I know VP played so well. Oh, we had some guesses. Okay, we had some guesses. I'll obviously, let's make bets. I'll say 3.6, 3.1, 2.8. Oh, so actually Zonfield was the closest with 3.6. 5,000 damage value though. That was insane. Cheers, dude. Take care. So thank you very much to everybody that did play today. I really do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please smash that like button. It really does help promote this live stream. So after it's done, YouTube will actually promote it with the wider audience of YouTube. If you'd also like to help me here, you can also think about subscribing to the channel. I'm really trying to grow towards 1,000 subscribers so I can make this a little bit more, I can support myself a little bit more with it. Also, if I get 1,000, I can also become a partner with CA and give you more early access, and just more. I can just give you more and more and more, basically, is the way it's going to work. So if you guys support me, the more I can give you as well. And I want to give you as many of these tournaments as I possibly can. So other than that, guys, do join the Discord. Come say hello to everybody and check out all of the awesome things I've got coming forward there. I post everything on that, so you guys can check that all out. What else should I let you guys know? I'm going to be busy tomorrow, but we should be having something on Sunday, more than likely. We'll be having... we do have the football on Sunday. We do have the final, but I should be able to... yes, I should be able to get a stream out there, I'm sure. GG's, well played. See you, lads. Thank you very much, Benji, and thank you very much, everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see all of you very, very soon. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on Sunday. Oh, so for anybody that is still here, I've just realised I thought I'd have a quick look because I'm really bad at doing it. So for anybody that is still here, do feel free to hop over to Human Boy. Human Boy is going to be streaming right about now. He's going to be doing his faction wars. So head over to him, check him out, say what's up from Logic. I'll be heading over there as well. No worries, guys. No worries. Thank you very much. Head over to Human Boy. He's still going to be doing some multiplayer content. So check him out, say what's up from Logic, and I'll see you guys very soon.